Okay,
It's not
interracial
authentic.
relationship. Interrelation.
It's not
Okay.
authentic, right?
Okay, peace to all my good people. Today we have a very serious topic. This is a hot topic that has brought forth a lot of controversy. Today, what me and my brother Guy Nollywood and my brother Angel Snup 7, we are going to try to answer the question: are interracial relationships authentic? Do people do this for love? Or are we doing this because we suffer from so much self hatred? So, I'm not good with a lot of the big, long introductions. I'm ready to just get straight to it.
But
Hmm.
Craig, give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts. Which just what do you think? You think it's authentic?
Here's the thing.
Think it's
Like,
genuine?
okay, I personally, I have a lot of a different type of mindset than the average Negro. The way I look at interracial relationships, I look at them as a form of perversion. Like, they're really a form of perversion. And usually, when you see Negroes, walking around, lusting behind white women, they're usually very perverted. And I'm talking about these are the type of Negroes that, you know, are womanizers. Usually they beat women. Most of them don't have any type of morals to the point to where they're trying to remain abstinent and, only have sex with inside a wedlock. Like usually the type of Negroes that lust behind white women do not have any type of high standards or any type of moral code of conduct.
Right.
So I will definitely, give my opinion, after you start your presentation. And
Okay.
I'll drop some more. Go ahead, bro.
All right. I think it's not authentic because let me tell you something. It doesn't interracial relationship to me doesn't work for me. Let me tell you why. Because my whole platform is to bring back black love, right? I love to see when I watch movies or I watch pictures of the African man and woman joining together and sitting on that throne. To me, I love that. That's just I feel a place of belong. I feel like I'm belong to something. Belong to something. I just love to see that. Even just like other races, I love to see the white man and white woman together. I love to see the yellow man and yellow woman together. And that's what makes a nation. A nation is, you know, people that's within this who have a common ancestry coming together and creating a and creating a world for themselves. The reason why interracial relationships not for me because or what won't work for me because I'm for like black owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm for people like black owned business now. For example, and when I mean black owned business, that means that if that just say that husband dies, whatever he leaves behind, it goes to that black woman and goes to her black children, you know, and they keep it within the black family. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call a black owned business where it stays within the race. It stays in the community, in the black community. They keep it as African as possible. And you work with other African people. So you gotta keep it within a common culture or the common ancestry as possible. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it means. Because if I'm for something, if I'm for black owned businesses, I can't be for interracial relationship because that person from another race will benefit. You see what I'm saying? So I can't be for that. I can't be for And I'm not for empowering another race. I'm for empowering my own race. So that's the reason interracial relationships doesn't work for me. It's remember, relationships, any other relationship is political. Marriage is a political thing. It's not just it's not just love. Love is just, yeah, you, like, for example, y'all brothers, like, I love y'all guys because I love y'all like my brother. If you know, of course, we're like family. You see what I'm saying? So we got to work. So then what happens is we gonna have to come together and create a political system or an economic system, and we keep it together and we keep it tight. And we interview or we bring other people that have the same type of mindset, who look like us, and we bring them, and that's how the race grow and become powerful. You see what I'm saying? So that's why that's why reason interracial relationship doesn't work for me. The reason why I think the interracial is not authentic, because as far as what I witnessed, it's never about love. It's never about love. And I'm gonna show it to you. Let me put something. Let me share something with you, because I think this is very interesting. I think y'all brothers need to see this. Okay. Okay. Do you see this? Y'all guys see this?
Yes, sir.
What does it say? It says former NFL player who doesn't like black women claims racist white ex-girlfriend beat him and called him the what? N-word.
Wow.
And see, this is reason why. Look at him. Got a blonde and blue eye. Pure Casper type of chick. Pale. And this is the reason why interracial relationship is not authentic, because to justify him being with a racist white woman, he said he don't like black women. So you don't like black women. You don't like your own woman. You don't like your mother. You don't like your sister. You don't like your black aunts that fed you and clothed you and kept your black ass alive. And you're going to discard them and just to get with a woman who never took care of him. And look, that woman that he loved so much and had a baby by her, they had children. Don't like him, beat him up and call them an N-word, call them the N-word. And when you see this as a black man, when you see this, or a black woman, I should say, you feel like, well, I'd rather just stay in my race and put up with the shit in my race than go to another and just fix the problem within our own race, just fix it and make it better, than going to another race that don't like me, that hate me, that never took care of me. Right? Look at this. It says, she said he's a white baby mama, beat him and called him an N-word. Albert, this is Albert Hamler. I think he used to play for my Redskins, Craig.
Okay.
But he's a former NFL player, right? Let me show you something else. Have you seen this video, Craig and Talik?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna play this for you because y'all need to see this. This is very interesting.
Her ex-boyfriend Andrew was the father of her biracial child. Candace said that Andrew admitted he's a racist and would never claim a biracial child. Take a look at this.
I'm here because I had a biracial child with a man who very, very, just what I'll say, he's a racist. And it's strange because he's white and...
Wait a minute. You have a biracial child with a man who is a racist.
Yes.
So how did you even conceive a child?
Yes. That's my question. When I first met him, no, he just seemed like a regular guy, and we talked, and when we, a couple of days into talking to him, he told me about he never would have been a couple weeks ago, he never would even talk to me. And I was just like, really? And he was like, yeah, I used to be racist. And he was like, but you just seem like so open and really, you know, you seem like a person I could just talk to. And I was like, really? So things went on from there, and you know, we started a relationship.
And then why did you stop living together? Why did that?
He started to get kind of violent, and he started to scare me. He wasn't really violent towards me. He was violent towards Tim.
Because Tim, your boyfriend, the two of you have a child together.
Yes, we have.
And he was coming over every day for visitation.
Yeah,
and it was always a confrontation.
Yeah, because I always promised him he can always come over every day and see his child, so that he wouldn't think that I would ever take her away from him. Okay. So, you know, we always made that agreement. So, and Andrew had a problem with that. You know, Tim would come over and he'd be like, you don't need to talk to him. He doesn't need to be here. And if they went through the courts, it wouldn't be this way. And when I was like, well, we're not going through the courts, and this is how it is.
So that became too much to handle, and you decided to move out.
Yes.
Once you moved out, though, all of a sudden you go and take a pregnancy test.
Yes.
And what happens? Bingo, bango.
Yep. I'm pregnant. Well, when I had her, I called, and Andrew called me back later. He told me, okay, well, baby's born on one pregnancy test, and then they were still living in Vegas then. And then all of a sudden they moved to Springfield, Missouri. And I had no idea.
Is he going back to being racist?
I guess so. He said he's kind of hanging out with his old friends again, back into his old ways.
Well, we then met Andrew, and here's what he had to say. Well, how do you view?
I view kind of like the opposite of Malcolm X. He viewed in separatism of the races. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm just not saying I'm white Malcolm X, but I just view we should be separate.
Well, I mean, look, wait a second. I will tell you, at least in this day and age, I am sorry. I respect the person who is willing to put their views out there in public. I mean, you're willing to sit here and talk about it. I respect that. If that's how you feel, but dude, you gotta hear me for a second, because if you were such a separatist, you were a separatist before you met her.
Yes.
And all of a sudden that separatism came away when you separated your pants from your body.
I had originally known
That's nothing new. They always
some
try to get black women's pants. That ain't nothing new.
Appreciate it or respect the fact that I was the way I was. So
wait, respect the fact that you were the way you were. What, before?
Before, yes.
You met her.
Yes.
So your friends and some members of your family didn't agree with you being a separatist.
Exactly. And I had tried changing, mainly for them.
Changing to stop those views.
Yes. And you cannot stop who and what you are. You can't stop what you feel.
Well, I'm not sure unless you
can try and hide it, but it doesn't. I am what I am.
You are willing to die for those beliefs?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Right a second. Well, dude, but see, now you throw me with this, Andrew. Because if you believe so strongly, you would have never conceived this child.
Ever since finding out she was pregnant and our split up, and the emotions I was going through, my convictions and my beliefs have actually become stronger than before.
Okay. But could Candace's husband, Tim, possibly be the father of a biracial child?
All right.
Take a look at this.
I think we got the point. Talik, your views, sir? I would love to hear your views.
Yeah.
Let me get back on here. All right. What's your view, sir? What's your thoughts after seeing what I presented?
Well, that's not nothing new as far as cracker chasing black women, soul sisters. That's been happening ever since we've been in this situation. She just so happened voluntarily, but involuntary, voluntary didn't make them no difference. And then at the same time, they view you as some kind of animal and some type of savage, and they don't mind raping the savage and the animal. That just goes to show you how sick they are. Why would you want to rape somebody that you call an animal? Subhumans. What do that say about you? But I was thinking about Captain Kirk, the Star Trek series. And Captain Kirk was known for messing with anything, green, purple, blue. He didn't care. Captain Kirk was after. That's how they are. They don't care about that. That don't mean nothing to them. You know, they just some perverts and some freaks anyway.
But the question is, where's the love? Where's the love?
Well, I'll tell you this.
I'm just trying to find out if interracial is so good. Where's the love? Now you're talking about racist white man. I just showed you the white man being racist with the black woman, and the white woman being racist to a black man. Where's the love in that? I don't see no love in interracial relationships. How is it genuine? How is it authentic? I'm just,
But this is the thing, okay? When it comes to love, like they say, you can't help who you fall in love with. That's what they say. Which I really don't agree with that.
I hate hearing that.
I really don't agree with that because I don't agree with it simply because of this.
Right.
Okay, you're making this claim. Well, you know you can't help who you fall in love with. Well, that girl with the one eye and wooden foot, you didn't give her no chance. You know, since you can't help who you fall in love with, how come you didn't fall in love with her? You always fall in love with somebody who suits your specifications, whatever. If I can't help who I fall in love with, I would still be with my big fat ass wife right now. If I couldn't help who I fall in love with. I just love her. I just can't help myself. No, that's not the case. So you can. This is the thing, and it's real short and simple, as far as my point of view is concerned. You're dealing with an unnatural behavior. You don't see this in nature. You don't see. You have moose or mice or dogs or whatever out in nature. Mm-hmm. All these creatures stay within their kind.
Right.
You can be a bird, but if you're a robin, robins stay with robins, chickens stay with chickens. They don't mix. Now, however, due to unnatural circumstance, you can't have, if it's possible, they can't interbreed due to an unnatural circumstance. Just like prior to racism, when you have people going across, trading back and forth, it's possible that somebody from Africa might have went to Europe and fell in love with a Caucasian woman. But also at the same time, you did not have, slavery was not an issue. Exploitation was not an issue. It was just people trading back and forth, and you long way from home, and you walking and you meet this person and y'all like each other. However, we are in an unnatural circumstance. The reason why we feel this way towards Caucasian people is the same way a dog feels toward a human being, because we have enslaved that animal. Because a dog, which is a wolf in his wild state, wolves won't have nothing to do with you. No, what animal would have anything to do with a human being? Oh, there's Guy Nollywood. I think I want to go to him and let him pet me on my head. That ain't how animals work. Animals stay away from human beings. You have nothing connection, let alone talk about anything sexual. And when it comes to, of course, some of these devils, they will lay down with animals, because they really do fall in love. These people leave millions and millions of dollars to their animals. They really love their pets and their animals. I doubt if you can watch TV too long and you don't see a dog or at least a cat commercial, because they love their pets. They love these dogs and cats, especially that dog. Yeah. I've seen a couple of stories on the news this week. A dog got on the wrong plane. Oh, my dog. They sent the dog to Japan. They went nuts. Yeah, oh, my dog went to Japan. Yeah. They went crazy over there. They go crazy over a damn dog. And since we've been living with them all these years, we have that same type of mentality. We go crazy over these stupid animals also. Not to call the animals stupid. They just do what they do. But we have put the same value on animals. You have people that will spend more money on their dog than their children. These pit bulls and other animals that they glorify, whatever. But it's just simply, for me, it's just a simple matter of, it's an unnatural act. The reason why we feel the way that we do toward these Caucasian people is because we've been in bondage to them. Other than that, we wouldn't have that attraction to them. Living with them, seeing with them, eating their food, living their type of lifestyle. That's the only reason why we have any type of attraction to them. Because I can guarantee you take there was no African people running around, I think I want me a European woman. That did not happen. It was not lusting for them. They did not care nothing about them.
That's true.
It wasn't until exploitation, colonialism, and all these different things, that's when this whole thing started. And they chased us. We was not chasing them. See, that's the thing here.
That's so true.
It's unnatural to me. It's unnatural behavior due to an unnatural circumstance. That's the reason why. So it's not about. I'm not going to say that. It's not about love, because it is about love. The people actually will fall in love. People fall in love with their pets, them dogs and cats and chickens and whatever you have as a pet, and of course a human being. But if it was not for an unnatural situation, they would never have come together to begin with. Chicken don't want nothing to do with you. Why would a chicken want to be around you or any animal? You have nothing in common. Matter of fact, your plans is to eat that chicken later on in the year. So why would a chicken want to have anything to do with you?
So how do you feel about our people, like the Albert Coon, I should say, how he say he hates black women to get with white people. What is your thoughts on that? Like, well, Craig, what Tyler, you hold that thought, Craig. I want to hear Craig. Craig, what is your thought of what I've shown you? Hold that thought, Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, to me, in the way it's always been, I look at interracial relationships as a form of modern day slavery. And as well, it's very dangerous when you bring together two races that have such of a brutal history against each other. And then you want to create babies in these type of environments. Just look at him. Like, there's kids, like mixed kids. They're being brought up in households by white women that are calling them the N-word right in their own household. Like, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. And yes, people say that you can't help who you fall in love with, but like you were saying, I don't look at this as love. I look at it as lust.
Lust, yeah.
And that's really, for the most part, like really all I got to say about this right now. But as the discussion continues, I'll throw a couple more, things out there. But
we see that in our race all the time, where that is always some justification. How is it love when you hear people like Albert Hainsworth, or whatever his fucking name is, going to sit here and say, well, I don't like black women, so I'm going to get with a white woman. There's a lot of self-hate in our race to justify why they with another race. I was watching a video about Tommy Sotomayor, and he asked a guy, why he's willing to stay within his race. So Tommy said, well, what happened if, just say if you have a cell phone. He used to say cell phone to try to relate to relationships. And he said, well, if you had a cell phone, and if you had a cell phone for a particular product or whatever, and that cell phone don't work, would you continue buying the same phone, from the same phone of same product, or you gonna get a different cell phone from a different product? So in other words, I should say, just say, for example, if I had an iPhone, right, and I love my iPhones, right, I'm an iPhone person. Just say if my iPhone wasn't working, so I'll just say, yo, fuck that shit. I'm gonna get me a Samsung. I don't like this iPhone. iPhone's not working, and I'm always having problems with it. I prefer iPhone, but since my iPhone is always giving me problems, I'm gonna go with the Samsung. This is what Tommy Sotomayor is saying. Well, I disagree with that, because if I have a problem with a couple of my sisters, then I'm supposed to just abandon all sisters and just get with a race of people who never took care of me, who never looked my way. I'm supposed to chase them and get involved with them. To me, that's a wrong way of. That's not love to me. How is it? I'm just trying to fathom how is interracial relationship authentic or genuine when you're telling me, because I'm having problems with my sisters, I'm going to just jump ship and get with a race of people who don't give a fuck about me. How about this? I would say, okay, if I'm having a problem with that particular model, there's other models of the iPhones. There's other models, Talik and Craig. So if model A doesn't work for me, or if I'm having a problem, guess what? I'm gonna go to model B within the same iPhone family. If the model B doesn't work, I'm gonna go for C. Just like sisters, there's all types of sisters. There's ratchet sisters, right? There's professional sisters. There's there's all types of black women out here. So it's no excuse. And they come in different shades too. So it's no excuse to abandon ship where you have all these different models of black women, right? You got our voluptuous sisters they look good, just as good than the slim ones. So I'm just saying there's no excuse for any black man to jump ship. It's a cop-out. It's self-hate. And my question to you, brothers, why would a white woman or a white man would like to be used in that way? Like if I was a white person and if some black woman tell me, or if a black chick tell me, or if I was a white guy, if some black chick says, oh well, the reason why I'm with you because the black men are so ghetto. I don't like black men. They so ghetto. That's all they do is smoke weed and do nothing and just don't work. If I was that white man, I would say, oh, is that the reason why you with me? I thought you with me because you really like me. I thought you with me because you really love me. So you with me because you have an issue with your own men. So now you with me. You trying to use me to I guess what, to get them jealous or whatever. So what? So these guys see me and I'm with you. Most likely I'm gonna get my ass kicked because of your stupid ass. So this is the reason why our interracial relationship is not authentic. It's not genuine. I don't see no love. It doesn't matter how you go around it or how you push it. I just don't see it.
Black men are still being killed today. I'm talking about lynched, shot, and all of that stuff behind interracial relationships. So it's like what social media and people out here in the general public, they want to glamorize interracial relationships and make them seem like they're these fairy tale Cinderella stories. But if you look at the statistics behind it, you will see that they are not as successful as people that get on social media and stuff like that try to portray them as.
Right. That's true. You're right. Talik?
Well, when it's all said and done, regardless to the race or skin color, you're dealing with another person. That's the bottom line. And people in this society, especially, is so materialistic. You have people that's materialistic and they dwell on the physical. And folks have different problems. So I don't care if you dealing with another dark-skinned person or you go outside of your so-called race. You're still dealing with another person. I mean, you're gonna, you might end up getting killed by your partner just like you would, anywhere else. They steal, lie, they'll cheat on you. Same kind of crap that goes on, and they don't like to talk about it. Just like Brother Craig just said, they want to give us this fantasy that's going on, like it's better, and really it's not. It's not. Matter of fact, I think I just seen a video not too long ago, because I think Jamie Foxx was dating Tom Cruise leftovers, that Katie Holmes chick.
Wow.
And it was another celebrity, another Negro celebrity. They had a Caucasian women. Both of Jamie Foxx and him was talking about, I ain't gonna date outside. I ain't gonna mess with white women no more. What the hell you messing with them for to begin with?
What's your thoughts?
Especially, and then this is the thing about it. They mess with people's trash and their leftovers.
Yes.
Tom Cruise leftovers.
What's your thoughts about black men or just black people in general when they
Look at
become
this.
successful? Like when they become successful and make it. Like why do they turn? Like what's your thoughts on like
Well,
almost
they need a trophy. They need a trophy. You know, they get a Caucasian woman simply for, you know, trophy purposes. You know, it gives them a sense of, see, I made it. I got this Caucasian woman. You know, Tom Cruise leftovers. You know, whatever makes them feel good about having some trash. Because most of these women that they get a hold of, and I don't know what it is. I guess because, you know, they don't seek people outside. You know, they when you get to a certain point, you stick with those on your level. So, you know, the sisters is limited. Well, the sisters have certain attitudes and expectations. Negroes don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with. They want to deal with the Caucasian woman because they think that the Caucasian woman ain't gonna give them as much problems. But in the end, they find themselves they get half in divorce court, if not more. You know, they think that the Caucasian woman is a pushover. Yeah, they'll let you push them over to a certain point. Then when it's all said and done, you be in divorce court and they take over half.
That's true.
You know,
you're right.
But I tell you this: see, in nature, the male is concerned with the survival of his DNA. When you're a slave, you are concerned with the survival of your massa DNA. So the reason why these guys, and we call them black men, but they're not men, because any man or any male, even in nature, is concerned with the survival of his DNA. My DNA cannot survive going into a Caucasian woman. It changes, it mutates. So that's diluting my DNA. I don't want nothing to do with that. That's why these animals stick with their own, because that's the only way your DNA can go on. Otherwise, when you go into another woman outside of yourself or female outside of yourself, that's not that child, that offspring is you, but it's no longer you. You have diluted your DNA. The male is concerned with the survival of his DNA. So this slave don't have no concept of that. He just run around, whatever massa allows him to do, they will do it. Now, I'm not going to totally blame the male for that, because even within his own so-called race, because I've experienced this myself. When I was growing up, my so-called race didn't want too much to have to do with me because I was too black. And I was a nerd. Okay, you're too black and you keep talking about these books. And then I told you I was introduced to Elijah Muhammad's teachings early in my life. So I was talking all that Muslim stuff at 8, 9 years old. I was too black and I was a nerd. Nobody didn't really want nothing to do with me except the Caucasian children who was nerds, and the fat children and the homosexual children, which I didn't know what homosexuality was. You know, I was hanging out with the nerds. So if it wasn't for my background in Elijah Muhammad's teachings, I might, as I grew up, I might have married a Caucasian woman or somebody else, because my own people rejected me, didn't want nothing to do with me. See what I'm saying? And that's the problem with some of us have in the community, is that they keep getting rejected from their own, but when they go to somewhere else, they smile, they giggle, they have fun. How can you resist that? My own don't want me. So here's another person, they accept me. My Caucasian friends at that time never made mockery of my clothes. Whatever I wore, they just accepted me for whoever I was. But with the Negroes, I bet you get your clothes from the welfare. I bet y'all eat government cheese. They always had something to say to try to bring you down. Who want to be around that kind of stuff? Nobody. So I don't really blame nobody for some of the choices that they make. Like I said, I probably would have went that way, but because I had that background being taught Elijah Muhammad's teaching, I had that pro-blackness in me. It was very difficult to swing that way because I was taught something different, and that stayed with me. And I wanted to, that I was taught self-love. So I said, well, I would rather be by myself, but everybody's not like me. I don't want to be alone. I got to love. I got to find me love. I want somebody to screw real bad. Anybody, give me a dog. I don't care. They're not like that. You don't have people who are loyal to your race like that. Whatever, they just want to be happy. That's what the first thing they tell you. I just want to be happy in life. You know, Becky Sue makes me happy. So, you know, they go with Becky Sue. And, you know, again, I understand why we do some of the things that we do. I understand that. It's not always talking about self-hate. It has nothing to do with self-hate. What if your own people reject you? What if you can't get nowhere with your own people? You know, like I said, I was rejected because I was black. My mother, darker than me. Yeah, black ass. You know, you hot black. I'm like, here I am, 8, 9 years old. I got to hear this all the time, you know, from my siblings and my mother, how black and ugly I am.
So, but Talik, my question to you, and I want to show you something real quick regarding what my brother Craig has said. So, your black people don't want you. White people definitely don't want you. So, where do you go? This is a hypothetical question. I'm just saying, where do you go?
Well, you know, you got a group of people that's on the internet that call themselves True Force Loneliness, and they believe that it's a government conspiracy that they are, you know, to be alone. They're not, you know, they can't find mates and all like that. So they have nowhere to go because it's a government conspiracy or whatever. But like I say, you know, everybody's different. You know, when we have to be careful not to judge people, least we be judged. I can't judge people and tell them what choices and what they should do because I'm not in their shoes. I know how I reacted because like I said, I could have went the same way if I was not influenced by Elijah Muhammad's teaching.
Can I share this story?
Go ahead,
Can I share? Okay, I would like to share.
I could be married to Caucasian women and don't have to work at all.
Let me share this quick story, and I just want to get both of you brothers' take on it.
Craig,
it's going to be real
Craig,
quick and simple. Okay.
Hold that thought. I want to show you something that you had said earlier.
Okay.
Let me share it. This is dealing with RG3, right? And you had said something really interesting. I'm going to just share it. Hold that thought, brother. You see it? You see this, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it says RG3 ex-wife wants money.
Mm-hmm.
She never did love them. She never did love them.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is a new woman that he's with now, this blonde, blue-eyed bitch. But he had a brown-haired woman. That was his first wife. Is that Robert Griffin III may have technically by divorced, but his ex-wife Rebecca, out of Limbacote, whatever her fucking name is, filed court documents complaining that she wants money.
Mm-hmm.
She never loved this man. Now check this out.
RG3, oh, he's a football player.
Right, he's a football player. Yeah, he used to play for my Skins. Then Redskins kicked him out. Now he used to play for the Browns, but ever since then nobody picked him up yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it says RG3 ex-wife files a court documents to get $36,000 a month to maintain herself because she is what? Unemployed. Okay. Hey, it worked for Nicole Simpson. She was getting $45,000. This white bitch is being nice. OJ was paying Nicole Simpson $45,000 a fucking month.
Damn.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Check this out. Check this out, brothers. He left the home that he was living in. She was living in that, and then she looked in with the kids, the mixed kids, driving his car that he bought. And she was fucking other white men, and while she was enjoying his money and his wealth. Now again, and I'm gonna get this to Craig because Craig said he wants to say something. But I just want to throw this in because Craig had made a valid point about this whole thing about this interracial thing, because I'm just trying to find out how is this interracial is love when you see all this fucking madness going on.
It's always some type of step up in social status or step up in wealth, that the Caucasian is looking for. Whenever the Caucasian, gets with the Negro, it's some type of way that it's going to benefit him or her. But the story that I want to throw out there. Okay. All right. I just want to see, like, what are your brother's opinions on this type of mindset? Okay. You guys know a few years back, I was doing a radio show. I had a brother who was, for the most part, an originator. He supported the show throughout, its infancy until it grew. And okay, every single week, this brother would call in, Black Power family, Black Power, Black this, Black that, or whatever. But do you know one day, and I think I told you this story before, one day when I got this brother off air, I sat down with him and we had a nice talk. And do you know he was telling me that a lot of the different things that he was saying was just, he was trying to be politically correct when it came to the theme of the show? Do you know this brother sat down and told me that he said if he ever came across any money, he would, because I mean, he has a lot of self-hatred and he has a lot of hatred for Black women. I can see that, just by speaking with him. But this brother told me that if he ever was to come across money, he would find him some type of what he called a snow bunny. And he would drape her down from head to toe and basically do all of this stuff to parade her around in front of Black women to make them jealous. So I just want to like throw that type of mindset out there, because a lot of our people, we have a very sick and demented, I mean, it's Willie Lynch. We have a very sick, we hate each other so much to the point to where we're willing to cross over and join forces with our enemy.
That's true.
So what do you brothers think about that type of mindset? Because of course we know that the majority of interracial relationship is not about love. Sometimes it's about revenge. It's about people having low self-esteem and they need that white partner on their arms to make them feel like a man. So what do you think about that type of mindset? Like the Negro that hates Black women so much that he can't wait till the day to hit that lottery, win that lottery or something like that, so he can have enough money to where the white woman wants him, because he knows for the most part, no white woman, those white women, they chase up behind like successful Black men. The average Negro that doesn't have a dime in his pocket, he's not going to be able to get, no type of white woman of any type of significance, So what do you think about that type of mindset? Like we hate each other so much that we're willing to join forces with the enemy just to throw them back up in our people's face.
Wow. It's, that's, what it is? It's all about something went on in the home, man. I have to say that because a lot of the times I was watching that movie Precious, and look what she was going through with her mother. How her mother was saying all types of filthy, Monique was playing the mother, the comedian. And she was saying all types of filthy stuff. And I just said, wow, and she grew up and, every time she looked in the mirror, she always pretended that she was a white girl. And she wanted to, and then she had this fantasy of sleeping with being with her white teacher, because her white teacher always showed her, I guess, respect. But of course, he's the teacher. He got to show some sort of kindness. And I said, wow, it all starts from home at the end of the day. And this is the reason why the love comes in. You come in my house, you're going to see Black love. You're going to see, African paintings and Egyptians, and you're going to see that because I want to show when people come to my home, I want to show you appreciate it. Talik, brother, I can imagine what you probably went through, and with them Black folks telling you that you're Black. You're Black. Trust me, I witnessed that. I've seen Black people do that. We could be cruel, and we could be supporting white supremacy or white. I will call it. I won't even call it. I'm tired of using the word white supremacy because white people are not superior. They never was, and they never will. I would say white privilege. I would say white privilege. Black people have supported white privilege. Okay, and by joining forces,
who are they privileged by?
well, they think because if they think that because if I continue backstabbing my people, I can get far in life, and that's how it is. Even if it's on a job or at school, you know, black people would go as far as killing their own mama to help white folks continue white people in their power.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but you know, when you said I prefer, I mean, unless somebody can come up with a better terminology, I don't have no problem with the word white supremacy because it's simple like this. If I'm a boxer, me and Mike Tyson got in the ring. I already know Mike Tyson is superior to me. There's not a damn thing I could do with Mike Tyson. You know,
can't compare that.
So he's superior in boxing, in that discipline. I know he's superior to me until I prove that he is not. Until I prove that he's not, then I am his inferior in that ring. That's just the bottom line, the reality of it.
Brother
How can you say, you know, here you are living with these people under their foot, going on 500 years, and I guess it makes you feel good. I ain't superior. Well, if he's not superior, what laws have you made that he obey? What do you do? He's not scared if you stop him on the corner. You know, you live in his house, eating his food, living his lifestyle, using his internet, you doing all like that, but you don't want to talk about you superior. But what are you doing? What, you know, how can you sit around and say he's not superior? But clearly, something he's wrong because you're not doing anything that hurts him. You can't hurt him at all.
I can answer that, brother. We both know, even including Craig, that white people are the biggest cheaters on the face of this earth.
I know about that.
Hold on. Let me finish. They like to cheat. Look at when Hitler was in power. He had this philosophy of white people being a super race. He did all types of experiments to make them the super race.
I understand that.
No, listen to me. I wanted to include this. You cannot be superior if you're cheating. Superior, in my opinion, is more like it's a natural thing. You cannot tell me that the white people are superior and that they got a gun in my head where I can't function. If you're telling me I can't read or write because you're going to outsmart me or you're going to beat me in this world called racism, you know, then, you know, I can't let you do that. I can't let you beat me. And we've been deprived of a whole lot of things since our people came over in this country, or I would say enslaved in this country. We've been deprived of a whole lot of
If you're not inferior, how are you allowing all this to happen to?
Okay, let me just throw something real quick into the discussion.
Go ahead,
okay.
go ahead, Craig.
Real quick.
Go ahead,
I look at it,
take your time, brother.
You are the most brutal doesn't mean you're superior. Okay, mankind, the human, for an example, can claim to be more superior than the cow because you can cage the cow, you can butcher the cow, and you can eat the cow. But just because you can do all of these things, eating too much cow meat can give you heart disease and can cause all type of ailments. So what I'm saying, just because you can butcher and kill something doesn't necessarily make one superior. Like, look at the white man. The white man is destroying his own planet. He created the nuclear bomb. Yes, he might be superior in mindset. He created something that can cause his own destruction.
He's only superior through technology.
How are you superior when you are creating things that have got released? Supposedly, the white men of America came up with the atomic bomb, but now somehow those secrets got released to Russia, and now America itself, such a superior white man, but you allow your greatest invention to fall in the hands of the enemy, now you're putting yourself at risk for destruction.
Let me add
I just
something
want to
right
throw
there. Let me
that out
add
there,
something.
just
Let me add
because you can
something.
You
dominate
still,
this
I mean,
water something.
you still are you still are in a, I mean, you still not describing if somebody, it don't make no difference whether you like it or not. When you are under the foot of somebody that is equal or more better than another, you're not going to, if you are in that type of position, you're not going to allow somebody to do that to you. The reason why you do that, the reason why a man can beat the average woman up is because we're superior in physical form. She's smaller, she's weaker. That's why she's more prone to be a victim. You do have some sisters can whoop the hell out of some guys, but most of the time, because you are superior in physical stature, most men can beat up and easily rape women and things of this nature. You know, so, you know, until you can prove that you are on the same equal footings or more, you are an inferior, whether you like it or not. And when they put your ass in jail, you can't get out and you rot there. You can talk about the white man is superior while your ass rotting in jail for 30, 50 years. Why don't you get, if you so since he's not a superior, then why don't you get out anytime soon? Matter of fact, why are you there to begin with? Since you're on the same level, or he's not superior.
I don't call
you
it
know what I'm saying? Why are you getting lynched all over the country? Why are you getting raped all over the country? Why are you still talking about we shall overcome? Why you gotta vote? Take it. Take what you want. That's how he do it. Kick people's ass and take it. Why don't you kick people's ass and take it? You're not, because you are inferior, and you don't want to admit that, but it don't make no difference, because when it's all said and done, and you can say it all that you want to, when it's all said and done, until you prove you're not that, until you can prove it, whatever you say out of your mouth, if it makes you feel good, he's not no superior, he's not, well, whatever, you know, you can say whatever that you want to when it's all said and done. They do with you what they will anytime they feel like it. If they want to kick all niggas out of this country right now, what could you do? But they're not superior. And you said that they're not your superior, but they can kick you out of this country right now. They can gather every Negro in this country right now, put you on a boat, on a plane right now, and a damn thing you can do is pop your little 45s, little AK-40s for a few seconds. Then they say, okay, are y'all done with that now? Get your ass on the boat, put your ass on the boat. Since you want to go to Africa anyway, that's where we're going to send you. You lucky we're going to send you to Africa. We could send you to Timbuktu in the middle of the ocean, Pacific Ocean some damn where. But we'll put you on the boat. There's nothing that you can do. You can feel good. I mean, that's just some feel-good talk. That's just some feel-good talk. If that man ain't superior, so since I know that he's my superior, then I got to deal with him a certain way, because I don't have the strength. I confess, I don't have the strength to deal with him on his level, because he is greater. He's stronger than I am, he's faster than I am, and all that. I can admit that, so I have to deal with this cat in a different manner.
There's a saying. There's a saying. If you only way you are defeated unless you think that you're defeated.
That's Bruce Lee.
That's Bruce Lee, right?
I didn't say that. Nothing about being defeated.
No. But
you're dealing with a superior. You're dealing with a more powerful force.
Okay, but that's force.
And you haven't even tried to deal with this guy.
We have
you haven't even tried to deal with.
Okay, hold up. Let's stop, because we can through our history.
I'm not talking about our history. I'm talking about right now. In 2018, ain't nobody doing a damn thing with this guy except running their mouth, crying. That's the only thing that I hear. I ain't seen nobody do nothing. And the brothers that did attempt to do something, Gavin Long and Michael Johnson, who sniped a couple of cops or whatever, you know, I wouldn't have done it like that. But they took the initiative. I'm gonna take some kind of action. The average person talking about all that, I'm not superior stuff, ain't gonna do nothing.
Everything don't have to be with. Look, everything don't have to be. You know, being superior don't have to be about violence.
You're not superior with him with intellect either, because your condition would be different.
Talik, let me say this.
Show me. Don't tell me about it. Show me how you on the equal.
I can show you brothers right now was stepping on that damn American flag. I don't even have no American flag in my house. I don't want no American. I don't want no American nothing in my house.
What do they have to do with nothing?
Well, because they'll piss white people. No, I'm gonna tell you why, brother. Because when you don't stand up that national anthem, it pisses a lot of white people off.
I didn't do. You know something?
And trust me, I enjoy it because I want them to do
has a very valid point. He has a very valid point.
And see, that's a start. That's about being conscious. Everybody know Francis Keith, who did the national anthem, was a racist and he owned slaves. So now that we know this,
you're still not proving nothing. You're still not showing that you are on the equal footing with this guy.
It's a lot of white. Okay, brother. I want to see you step on the American flag on your video and watch you gonna get another flag.
You want to know something?
Your video.
Let me tell you what I done. Let me tell you what I done during Jim Crow, my friend. I was 8, 9 years old.
Because you said not to worry about the past. What about now?
I'll do it now. I was locked up. I didn't let them crackers do to me.
I don't know about them. I'm talking about now, brother. That's what I'm saying.
I'll do it now. But what is that going to prove? So what? You step on a damn flag. So what? What do it prove?
So what? What do you mean? So what? If you do that, when I'm saying this,
Americans, Caucasian Americans burn the flag. So what?
Right, but they don't want you doing it. That's the problem. They don't want because to them we are slaves.
That's not gonna prove nothing. They throw you in jail, lynch you.
I would rather,
and then they throw the flag ashes over.
I would be a dead man. They ain't throwing me in jail because I step on it and burn their flag. I will be dead. That still do not prove
you still are their inferior. You can burn you can get 100 flags and burn them. It don't mean nothing.
Talik, it won't matter because I will tell them, I will look at them thinking they're not superior means they're supreme. They're not supreme, nothing. They didn't name me one thing that white people ever created on the face of this planet.
It don't make no difference about all that. You living under their control. You living under their control, under their rules.
You got people, what are you talking about there, bro? You got people out right there that fought and died because they didn't want to be under their control. Remember that saying, give me liberty or give me death?
I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. That's what's wrong with folks. Don't want to accept
the issue is,
but this is what they said, give me liberty or give me death. I'd rather choose death.
Here's the issue.
Right,
okay. Bro. White people are not superior. They have a system set up. They planned in advance. Yeah, they're superior when it comes to technology. They already has this system set up. As far as because they came together. They have the army, they have their weapons, they have a system set up in place that they've been planning for the last, who knows, thousands of years, ever since they came over here.
That's true. But
we, as African people, we've never stepped up and came together. Like, we're so busy fighting amongst each other.
That's
true.
The
white man is smarter than us. He's smarter than us. He knows how to put petty differences aside. He knows how to put petty differences aside to come together underneath one nation.
That's true.
Regardless if you're Irish, if you're Italian. Yeah, we might not like you, but you can still come over here and participate in the slave trade. It don't matter as long as you got white skin. You can come over here and subjugate black people. Black people, I guess this is how we always been. Even in Africa, we so busy fighting amongst each other over petty differences.
That's true.
So he's definitely smarter. The system, like my brother Talik said, yes, indeed. The system is already set. He has the bombs. He has all of this, heavy artillery. Yeah, right now, we definitely are subjugated to white supremacy.
And that's the only thing I'm saying is that until you can prove, till you can show that you're on equal footing with this fella, yes, he's dominated over you. Domination, supremacy, same crap. Until you can get out from under him, then you can start running your mouth and say, oh, you ain't superior over me. Because you knocked 2 of my teeth out, I can knock 2 of your teeth out, but you're not on that level. So get on that level, then you can start talking. If you're not able to do that, it's nothing but feel good, religious type stuff. You might as well believe in Jesus and go pray to the Lord and Allah and wait for the mothership.
Let me ask you a question. So this is the reason why most black people have this if you can't beat them, join them mentality. So the sisters disregard their black man to get with a white man, and the brothers disregard their sisters and get with a white woman. So this is how we became to this, well, if we can't beat them, let's join them type of mentality.
That's the thing about it. You can't beat them, join them. You always been with them. You ain't never been separated from them. You always been here with them. Show me when you never was with them.
As far as I'm just talking about as far as living with them, as far as coming to their live and try to act like okay, like what OJ, you know, he wanted to have the European mindset. All his friends became white. He didn't want to have nothing to do with black people. First, he went from having black friends, had a beautiful black wife. All of a sudden, he dissed his beautiful queen, got this cave woman, Nicole Simpson, and all his people became white.
Well, I mean,
his whole world became white. He went to let me finish, Talib.
Yeah.
He even went to golf clubs that was only catered to white men, but because he assimilated himself like fucking Tiger Woods. Well, I don't consider Tiger Woods to be black anyway. He's all mixed up anyway. He's Malaysian. But what I'm saying is that they included this man in an all-white club, and he was the only black person there. But what I'm saying, he assimilated himself as a white person.
Yeah.
I mean, did we get to that point that self-hate is so strong where we disregard our own people to marry and give our wealth? OJ Simpson, out of all motherfuckers, was known of giving all his best. He lost his Heisman Trophy, something that he worked hard for. He lost that. A white man got that shit.
Mm-hmm. You know.
Well, no, but let me finish, Tali, because I know you got something to say. I just want to say this real quick, and I'm gonna let you give the floor to you, brother. What frustrates me as a black man,
mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do right. This is what the platform is.
Yes.
Interracial relationships is not real and it's not genuine, because as I presented, and as y'all probably witnessed, that it's a lot of self-hate, because I think a lot of it comes from the home. And we know, but you don't think OJ don't know about slavery and Jim Crow? You don't think Robert Griffin III don't know about Jim Crow and slavery?
Mm-hmm.
Albert Hansworth don't know about Jim Crow. We know about the horrors. We've seen 12 Years a Slave. We see Roots. We've seen that movie Glory. How black people fought and died just to be free, just to have some little freedom, just to have some breathing room. Batalik, I want to know, brother, because you're an elder, how did it got to that point? In 2018, we still going through the same shit that we've been fighting for since the 60s, the 50s. Why are we still talking about the same fucking issue? Excuse my language, brothers.
Yeah.
But this is out of frustration.
Right.
I would like to know, brother, because I'm confused. Why is the black man still chasing after white women and vice versa?
Well, I tell you this. You are expecting a lot from a slave. You are expecting a lot. You're expecting a slave to do a whole lot of stuff. A slave was not created and designed to support his own. A slave exists for the benefit of his or her master. And just because you was physically set free, don't mean that changed. The only reason why many of them stayed with their own, because they didn't have no choice. You had Jim Crow and they was not accepting you.
Sure.
But as soon as they got a chance to get with massa, that's exactly where they went. Had nothing to do with Dr. King. Dr. King and the civil rights movement, the only thing they wanted to do was stop the humiliation they was going through.
That's true. You're right.
Dr. King did not say nothing about, I want my daughter to marry a white man when she grew up.
Yep.
He never made no statement like that. That they was in a humiliating situation, got tired of the humiliation, the degradation, and they wanted to change their condition. However, in doing so, like I made a video, the cracker determined, he said, look, let's start. We think that it was Dr. King and the civil rights movement that was moving towards the integration stuff. No, it wasn't. It was the Caucasian people, because they knew if they integrated these Negroes, it would destroy the businesses and all the things that they had already had built. Because these Negroes, they knew that these Negroes couldn't wait to get with Massa. And as soon as they got the AOK, there they went. Dr. King said, okay, now y'all can go and be with. As soon as they saw they had opening, there they go. They start running. That's what happened, because you're dealing with a bunch of slaves. They never did want to be without Massa. Bunch of slaves, always have. And when our people first was physically freed, we did not view ourselves, and still don't view ourselves as a people. When they physically freed those slaves, this group went that way, this other group went that way. They never did say, we all the same.
That's true.
They never did do that. They never viewed themselves the same, because if they viewed themselves the same, there's no way in the hell we would have tolerated the things that was going down in the South. We who is in the North, the East, and the West would have said, hey, I don't give a damn. I have to get my little pistol. We coming down to the South to take care of some business. You ain't gonna be messing with our people down there. But we're not. We still don't see ourselves as a people. So, I don't have to, like I told my brother, I said, do you really believe if the government came down on the Nation of Islam or the Moors or anybody, would you think I'm gonna side with the enemy? Just because we have a difference of opinion? I'm not gonna do that. I don't roll that way. Now, if you show me that you just for real nigga, an enemy, I can't help you. But I'm not going to side with the enemy on purpose against somebody of my own. I'm not gonna do that. But we don't see ourselves as that. We get happy, just like in Africa. Just like in Africa, they did and still doing the same thing. Oh, that's them over there. They're not concerned with the other nations on the continent. Well, that's their problem, whatever. They don't see themselves even as allies. Look, we got a common enemy, y'all. We got all these suckers that's coming from here, stealing from us, exploiting our people, because they have, first of all, they have the same mentality as the cracker do. They want the big houses. They want the slave. So they got their own people in them African nations with these corrupt leaders living the high life. I seen one of those so-called African leaders. I don't know what you ought to see their house. Tons of shoes and suits and all this kind. They want to live the way that the Europeans do. And they exploiting their own people. You would have to go on that continent and run all these suckers out of these positions of government. But you expected a whole lot from slaves, and I think we're doing pretty well considering that's where we come from. We still have a slave mentality.
Let me say this, because I want to address something that you had said about the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
And a lot of other black sellout niggas that I don't mess with. I hate to use that word niggas, but you do got some niggas on here. First of all, I don't like the Nation of Islam. And to be honest with you, me brother, yeah. If I can do it, I wish I'd burn that whole. I wish I could just get rid of that whole organization. Let me tell you why. Because name me one thing that the Nation of Islam that done anything to white folks. Had they burned white? No, hear me out. Hear me out. Had they burned any white person's house down?
I agree with you.
Hold up. I'm gonna say this. Because the way they treated Malcolm was despicable. And I will never forget that. Because Malcolm had changed me growing up. Even though I wasn't around in the 60s. But by me watching his videos and me seeing the Spike Lee movie, it changed me.
Right.
His message is still relevant today. The Nation of Islam is known of hurting their own.
Right.
I have no respect for any black person that hurt their own, even a drug dealer or even a man that pimp his own women. I have no respect To me, they're nothing but white people and black faces. They're graham crackers. I have no respect to them. So it's not about me siding with anybody. If you acting white, or if you for white supremacy or white privilege, white supremacy, whatever you want to call it, I have no respect for none of them.
Well, look at this, brother guy. See, first of all, many of the Muslims that are in the nation, well, actually, the nation don't even exist. It's the nation of Farrakhan. The nation of Islam don't even exist.
Right.
You have a lot of brothers and sisters. They just there. They think they under. They're trying to do the right thing.
Okay.
And they don't have nothing to do. Matter of fact, many of them weren't even born when Malcolm was murdered. So you cannot associate them with that. They're just a bunch of people in there, just like Christians or the Moors. You found something, you was doing bad in life, whatever. You found something that works for you, and they're just trying to live. They don't, all this other political stuff. Now, Farrakhan himself, that's a different issue. All them old heads that lived during that time or whatever, and those who think that way, that's a different. But you have innocent people that's involved in some of these organizations or whatever. They still are people. They just got caught up. They don't know, man. They don't know. They trying to do the right thing. Like when I was in the nation, I was just trying to do the right thing, trying to live. I thought I was doing something that was good or whatever. I didn't know no better. Okay. And unlike them, my mind was always open to something new. I'm not loyal to not even my own thoughts. I'm not even loyal to my own thoughts. Mm. So I'm always open-minded. But you have those who are Christians and whatever, they found something that's good for them, that saved my life. And they become loyal to these things. Mm-hmm. But they didn't have nothing to do. I can't chastise them about Malcolm or whatever. They weren't even around.
Yeah, but the thing is that these are the same people that I go back and forth with.
How they treat you. Right. All the brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam don't think the same. I have brothers and sisters who are in the Nation of Islam. I have relatives who are in the Nation of Islam that think differently from Farrakhan. They like Farrakhan, but they say I can't swing that way. So I can't put everybody in the same box of category. And maybe what's going on now we'll bring a separate separate the good apples from the bad apples. But people, if they find something that they believe that helps them and save their life, you can't. I can't knock them for that.
No, I'm not saying that, brother. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but when you said the Nation of Islam, hell with them, and blah blah blah, and you got innocent persons caught up in this crap. That's a hurtful thing because they don't deserve something that they just as innocent as anybody else.
That's true.
So I'm careful, and I don't want to condemn people based on because of what somebody did in 1960 when they weren't even around, and they haven't done nothing to you personally in 2018. They just so happened they got this idiot as a leader, and they just caught up. For real, he's I tell the brother, I said I have nothing against Louis Farrakhan personally, and as far as his connection to Malcolm and his death, I can make assumptions. I was not there. I really don't know. But for what I do know, he's not a competent leader. He's a hindrance. Mm-hmm. He's causing us to go backwards and digress and keep you caught up in this entertainment world. Mm-hmm. Every few years, he talks about the Jews. And here comes this Jew thing. I'm like, that's not a coincidence. When he can't keep the media on himself, he knows the only thing he has to do, well, the Jew. And here comes and I think it's all a game that him and the Jews play. Every few years, let me talk about the Jews and Farrakhan and bring this stuff up. Same old God. It's not doing nothing for us.
Right.
It's not doing nothing. And then you got other guys like Brother Umar. I know Craig likes Brother Umar. but
I like Umar too.
He made a video defending Farrakhan and King Noble and a lot of people who you think that wouldn't. They jumped the bandwagon. And the reason why they jumping on the bandwagon is because they want some of that celebrity, some of the views that this man gets. But that's all you're going to get. You ain't going to get no liberation. You're not going to get no freedom. This man been all over the world visiting world leaders and got nothing to show for it. I'm not, as a leader, is going to lead other leaders who have land, resources, and all this, and I'm not going to bring nothing home. He went around the world to all these Arab nations and whatever, came home with nothing at all to show for traveling. So what was the purpose of it? Just so you can smile and take a picture?
I want to show you something, brother.
Go ahead.
About Farrakhan, because
oh, you know he's releasing an album, don't you?
Oh my God!
He's releasing an album this month.
Oh, seriously?
Got Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Oh no! Oh no! This guy's wilding. He's wilding.
he's gonna be in competition with my girls in Vogue, trying to get on the chart.
That's crazy. But Talik, Craig, I want you to look. Talik, I want you to look at this picture, because the Muslim, every time I grew up, I grew up I was born in 1976.
Right.
I didn't start listening to Khalid Muhammad and start listening to see old videos of Malcolm X, and until I got into my teens, actually. This is in the 90s when things were really popping off between blacks and whites. So, I always thought that the white man was the devil.
Right.
And their history have proved that they're devilish. Farrakhan is changing the whole Elijah Muhammad's doctrine. You see Elijah Muhammad, you see Farrakhan taking pictures with white people now. I never saw one picture. I could be wrong. Maybe you could pull it up.
No.
But I never saw one picture with Elijah Muhammad taking a picture with white folks. I never seen Malcolm X taking a picture with white folks.
No.
I never seen Khalid Muhammad take a picture with white folks.
Definitely not him.
Right. But I definitely seen this picture.
Yeah.
This is Farrakhan.
Who's that he with?
That's his son.
That's his son's wife?
That's his son's mother-in-law.
Oh.
This is the son's wife right here. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, but the son's let's see if I can pull it up. They won't let me put it up, but this is this. See, they won't let me put it up. But this is the son, right? This is the
Look at how he's smiling. Look at that smile on his face.
Right.
Crispy white.
So this is the same man who's for interracial relationships.
Yeah.
But according to Elijah Muhammad, white people are murderers and they're devilish. And even he said the white man is not your brother.
Yeah.
So why is this man who's supposed to love Elijah Muhammad taking pictures and smiling with this she-devils?
I remember he went on Donahue before Louis Farrakhan, and he said that times were changing. And
yes,
that
he did say that.
time would come to where white people maybe could be looked at as brothers. He said something to that effect. I would have to watch the video.
Yes.
We could actually play that clip,
Let me see if I can look for that shit.
Yeah, it's right on YouTube. Just Farrakhan, because I'm not 100% sure, but I think he made 2 appearances. Because I've always tried to give people the benefit of the doubt, but one thing I am not is an integrationist. I am not an integrationist.
But brothers, how do you feel? We talk about being authentic. How do you feel, Talik? Maybe you have maybe you can explain when you see Farrakhan, because you was in the nation at one time. Yeah. What goes through your mind when you see Farrakhan taking pictures with the devil? I'm just, like I said, this is where it becomes confusing to me. And being that a guy that that never been in the nation, that try to follow what's going on, and I understand the rules of the nation. I understand it. I don't have to be in it to not understand it, but I know the rules of it. And Elijah Muhammad said that the white people, the white man is the devil. And white people are, he said white people are murderers. And when you see Farrakhan taking pictures like that, what goes through your head, Talik? I'm just curious.
Well, like I said before, he does not represent the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam no longer exists. So,
That's
he's
true.
perpetrating a fraud. And most people, because he's using that name, they are associating him with the original Nation of Islam. In fact, people was telling me, you betrayed Farrakhan, you was a follower. I never was a follower of Farrakhan. He asked people, do you want to help me, assist me, rebuild the original Nation of Islam?
But Talik,
that's what I volunteered for.
Talik,
I did not volunteer. I didn't know who this guy was.
But how do you feel? Because I had a situation with my brother. He's always going to be my brother, Professor Griff.
Yeah.
And I had tagged him about those pictures that you've seen to him. He didn't like it. And he was saying to me, very, very respectful brother. And he instrumented. I met the brother a few times. I took a picture with him. And Professor Griff is a really nice guy. Really nice guy. He'd send me a message. He would say, look, I really don't like when people bash my teacher like this.
Who, Mr. Farrakhan?
Yes. Because
he in bad shape.
Right. And Sanetta said that he learned a lot from Farrakhan. So, and these brothers don't like it when you attack Farrakhan.
Right.
What do you, Talik, in your opinion, what do you say about that when you, and these are brothers supposed to be conscious, and they see what Louis Farrakhan, brother, let me say this, and Craig, maybe you, I know you agree on this. Let us take pictures with white folks.
Professor Griff himself has taken a picture just like that.
Exactly. So,
yo, I could tell you something about. I mean, I have. I'm not going to throw any dirt on his name. I mean, this is public information. It's not anything he was trying to hide. Professor Griff had a Pan-African flag, the flag that you see on my profile, on one of his pictures. This was years ago. Shaking hands with a white person. And I said something about it directly to Professor Griffin. He was like, what I'm saying? Oh, he's cool, and all of that type of thing. So the thing is that I'll say a lot of these people, man, that especially in the conscious community, man, it's a lot of integration. It's like, I think people are just trying to pass themselves off as being conscious because it's, it's a fad. It's the new hip thing. Like, you ever seen the post, being pro-black doesn't mean being anti-white. Like,
yeah, that's
just,
true.
I mean, just stupid stuff. And they're poisoning what true black consciousness is all about. It's all about brotherhood. It's about race first. That's what I look at when I say Pan-Africanism. But at the same time, I understand my brother Talik's points when he says that there are people on the continent, and this has, for ages, that are not interested in Pan-Africanism whatsoever. They would rather die than to come together underneath one ideology. But like I say, man, it's a lot of these Negroes and stuff, they getting in it for the money, and they're poisoning what true black consciousness should be about. It should be about brotherhood. It should be about, just building, the black family. Putting your being respectful to your sisters, treating every black person, every black man as your brother. But I mean, I guess it's just a dream.
Yeah.
It's a dream like Martin Luther King had, something that would never come to a reality.
But Elijah, under Nation of Islam teachings, this is what Elijah Muhammad taught. He taught that some Caucasian people will live to see the hereafter. Okay, he did teach that. He also taught that they can become part of Islam, but they would have to be under that type of study for 25 years until they can't be accepted into the fold until they study Islam for 25 years. We know that these people that Farrakhan is hugging on ain't studied no Islam, probably not even interested in no Islam 25 years. So we know that. See, I joined Farrakhan because, first of all, I know the teachings. I did not have a minister to teach me nothing, even my relative. They gave me all the messengers books. They gave me all the lessons. So I was my own teacher. And the only teacher I had was Elijah Muhammad, the material, the exact material. I was not listening to no minister or nothing like that. It was just me and the actual authentic teachings, the lessons and everything from the nation. So I know the lessons, I know the teaching. And when I began to see Farrakhan start doing things, I'm like, that's not the teachings. And I asked my relative about it. Oh, he's bringing it to another level. He's this and that and that. And then I go on to learn that Elijah Muhammad said, after I die, do not change my teachings.
He did say that.
That's what Elijah Muhammad made very clear. Do not change my teachings. It's not no development to a higher level and all this kind of good stuff. And also Elijah Muhammad said, after me, there is no other. Minister Farrakhan said, I'm the great reminder. I'm like the whatever, I'm the third man in line. Elijah Muhammad said, there is none of that. That's why he never left for air. When I cease to exist, y'all on your own. You ready? If you gonna swim or sink, they sank. Real quick. Very, very quickly. I told my relative, you guys built this nation 40 years, and you're gonna vote for a person who made it very clear, I don't even believe in the teaching. Y'all gonna make this dude y'all leader. And within less than a year, he actually destroyed 40 years of work real quick.
Ooh.
I told them, I said, no way in the hell. That goes to show you that you were very undeveloped. That y'all was a bunch of zombies and robots. Because there's no way I'm going to allow 40 years of my work to go to hell like that. Even if I have to violently take Wallace out of power. Not going to do that. But y'all sit there and next thing you know, Wallace had brothers and sisters, going to the, turn into Orthodox Muslims. And the sisters had to wear that habib or whatever they call it, dress that type of way. They was in the discos, dancing like that, smoking weed and getting drunk.
Wow.
It was messed up. I'm like, this the name. And then, he changed the name several times. It was the American Muslim Mission, the Balalian Nation, and all kinds of crap,
What about the whole Scientology shit with that racist guy? He was trying to
Wallace prior to Elijah Muhammad's death, Jim Jones tried to be friends with Elijah Muhammad.
Oh, really?
And Elijah Muhammad said, you need to take your ass on. So matter of fact, it got to the point where Jim Jones was trying to force himself on Elijah Muhammad. And it was getting ready to get to the point where the FOI had to start kicking some Jim Jones followers in the ass. That's how bad it was getting. But Elijah Muhammad died. And then after a few months, things settled down. Jim Jones went to the new leader and he accepted him. And Farrakhan was there. Not too long after that, that tragedy in Jonestown.
Yeah.
But they was part of all that. And Farrakhan don't talk about them days.
Wow.
No, he don't talk about them days.
Oh.
He was part of all that stuff too.
That's crazy.
And then after, of course, as you know, when he left Wallace, Farrakhan really went to hell. He let his beard grow. Of course, he done cheated on his wife several times. And he thought he was going to get back into the entertainment because, he made celebrity friends like Jim Brown and some of them other guys. He tried to get,
right?
Huh?
Who's that, Farrakhan?
Farrakhan, yeah.
Okay.
He was drinking and smoking.
Yeah.
Then, of course, this guy, Bernard Kushner, came up with the idea and said, look, dude, I'm broke, you broke. Let's bring the nation back. Nothing but a money game. That's what it's all about, a money game. And for him, not only is it a money game, but it's pimping his big head. Because he always wanted to be entertained. He was an entertainer. He was the charmer.
Let me add something right what you're saying too. I always think he had made a speech saying that about Malcolm's assassination, and he said he was telling the public, or the U.S. government or whatever, you don't have nothing to do with Malcolm. You didn't. Did you dress Malcolm? Remember he was saying that?
Right. That's 1993 speech.
Right. And my thing is this: He didn't do nothing for Malcolm. If anything,
Right.
Malcolm, he took everything from Malcolm. He
Yeah.
wanted to be Malcolm.
Right.
You ever notice? Look how Farrakhan looked. At one point, when he was under Malcolm, he didn't wear no glasses. When all of a sudden he started wearing glasses, he started to talk like Malcolm. He started to act like Malcolm. And I said, wow. And I said, he trying to take everything Malcolm's style, and he tried to make it his own style.
Yeah.
And I said, Malcolm made him.
Right.
He was under Malcolm. Malcolm was teaching him how to do things. And he couldn't wait, because Malcolm was still the man. Because Elijah Muhammad put him in that, because Elijah Muhammad liked it, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Elijah Muhammad did say, he said, look, there's going to be a lot of ministers going to be jealous of you. He did tell Malcolm that. He said, be careful. He said, I'm going to put you in charge. I'm going to let you, because you know how to speak very well, and you know how to draw in the people, which he did. The mosque was being created all over the country because of Malcolm.
Yes.
Wasn't because no goddamn. Once a Malcolm left the nation, people started to leave the nation and join him. I'm talking about the loyal ones. But once he got assassinated, a lot of people start. That's why if you don't hear about the Nation of Islam too much, but that was a big thing back in the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? But especially in the 60s. So the Black Panther came from Malcolm X, the Black Panther, because they wanted to keep that. So that's the reason why I went to, and maybe I could put this on the thing, because I want to show you, Tali, because I want to show you. I went to the gravesite of Malcolm, and it was a beautiful ceremony, and I'm so glad I participated. And I saw the grave, and I gave a praise to him and a praise to Betty Shabazz.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful ceremony, and I just wish I was there in that era. I wish I was there in that era. I wish I was there. I would have joined Malcolm. I would say, whatever this man go, I'm gonna go. That's just me, because he changed my life. Even to this day, I still listen to him, because sometimes those teachings, we still need that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need something that's going to remind us, to keep us in line, keep us in place. I'm not as strong like him, though. I'm gonna be real with it, Tali. I do drink a little something. You know what I'm saying? I do. I'm not an alky, but I give it a little. But I get my little. This is my little Viper. I never smoked in my life. I've never smoked the cancer sticks.
Right.
It's my little Viper. Keep me relaxed. But other than that, I got my sister. I'm married to my sister, or whatever. I keep everything black. As you can see it, I keep it black. You know what I'm saying? Keep it black. You know what I mean? So I gotta represent. You know what I mean? And this is something that's why history is important to me. Maybe not important to everybody else. But in order to know who I am, I gotta go back, and I had to reclaim what was stolen from us. You know what I'm saying? And I might not. You're right. I might not be as African that I want, because I don't speak the language. I'm learning Swahili. I'm learning it. I'm not fluent, but I'm trying. Every other black person, they trying to find themselves. And I'm gonna want to go off the subject here with that, but I just feel like when we're dealing with Farrakhan, I just feel like he's corrupting a lot of minds, and I'm glad that you've seen it and you woke up and you was just like, yo, fuck, I'm out of here, because I know I'm seeing the bullshit. Because this guy, Farrakhan, he's disloyal to his own teacher.
Right.
But he took everything from Malcolm. He didn't take everything from Elijah Muhammad. He took everything from Malcolm. Everything that this man said, Malcolm already said it. And I'm just like shocked that people think, oh my God, that's a new thing. When I hear Sinetta talking about Louis Farrakhan changed, I was like, get the fuck out of here. He took everything that man stole came from Malcolm. Malcolm said this. That's why I said Malcolm, in my opinion, Craig could probably agree with me on this. He was a way ahead of his time.
Right.
Yes,
To me, he was a prophecy, in my opinion. And he was, guess what, Talik? He was real. He's not no fucking, you know, what we read in the Quran or the Bible. This man was real. Okay? He existed.
Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna fuck with. I'm gonna fuck with people who existed. So when I see this man, Louis Farrakhan, hanging on devils, on
Yeah.
she devils or whatever, you know, I have to question the members. Like, how could you follow a man? You claim that you listen, that you study Elijah Muhammad teachings, but how could you follow? No one ever stepped up to this man and said, look, man, you can't be doing that. You can't be talking about Eminem as your brother. He said this. He said, oh, my brother Eminem. Eminem, this is the same white boy who dissed black women. He said that he dated a black girl and a black girl done something to him, or what he said? He said a black girl had dumped him. She dumped him. So now he started making diss records with black women.
Huh.
Talik, you heard, Craig, you heard about that?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Hi.
I'm somewhat familiar with that.
I'm not shocked. I don't listen to a lot of that rap crap.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying that Eminem was known of dissing black women.
Yeah. A lot of current, you know, rap and hip hop, man, it's poison. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, I'm somewhat familiar, you know, with that.
Oh, but can I play you the Donahue thing that you were saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely. I
Well, let
wish
me
you
play
could
this.
go right in on that. Yeah, play some of that because there'll probably be something, you know, brought up that we could discuss.
When he was on Donahue show, talk about if they accept dark skin, Caucasian people's members.
No, he was saying something about one day that he was saying something about times changed. I think he had 2 interviews on Donahue, so
Bro, let me see if it's this on this one. Let me see. Hold on.
Mr. Louis Farrakhan. Who is he and why is he saying all those things? Ask him on our next Donnie. Did he say about the Jews? And did he say something positive about Hitler? And what's going on here? We'll ask him that question and others and give you an opportunity to do the same.
That's 1985. He's with the Jews back then.
That's true.
I think it was the 1990
episode. It was the 1990. Oh, let me check it. The 1990. Okay. Let me do the 1990.
I'm 100% sure, but I think
yeah, I think it is the 1990. You're right. Damn, I didn't know Donnie. You could go way back. Shit.
Here's the Minister Louis Farrakhan in his second visit to our program, and you should also know that
he'd like to be on TV.
That's true. You're right.
Things. One, there are approximately 25 brothers and sisters from the Nation of Islam whom you've asked to be in our audience, and we.
Oh, look at Al Sharpton. He was fat.
You also asked us for here at the beginning of our program. And like the magnanimous person that you've always known me to be, we should.
Now I will give Farrakhan his credit. You know, when he's on those shows, he be handling his business.
That's true. You're right.
He does do that.
I totally agree with you, brother.
Yeah.
Format here, after which, after this statement, you'll answer my questions and those of our audience. And why don't you proceed?
Thank you. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, my dear visitors and friends, and those of you in our television audience, the United States of America, one of the greatest nations in the last 6,000 years, is in grave trouble, not because of the power of a foreign government, but because of an internal rot and decadence that could very well sentence this nation to the ignominy that many of her sister nations have gone to before her. America is in the path of Sodom and Gomorrah, ancient Egypt, Babylon, and Rome. And at the core of this internal problem of America is the unwanted presence of nearly 30 to 40 million Black people who didn't come on the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, or the Mayflower, but who came in the holds of ships. And from the day that our fathers set the soles of their feet in the Western Hemisphere, our cry has been for justice, and our cry is for justice today. I'm not before you to anger you, to upset you.
Let me skip this.
That these brothers and sisters of ours can't get any justice within the social, political, and economic order that you call the United States.
You said if.
Why
you don't think they can.
Why shouldn't we be separated in a state or territory of our own?
Because then there's this imaginary line. You get some sheriff down there chewing mail pouch, and we've discussed this before.
But look,
all of a sudden somebody starts holding hands with somebody else at the drive-in theater, and then the racist words are heard in the night, and there goes the neighborhood. Come on, you can't possibly expect.
You can't trivialize the cry for justice. Now, it was not impossible for England, France, America, and the United Nations to take land from the Palestinians and settle Jews in a state of their own, giving hope to oppressed Jews all over the world. Why should there be this trivialization of a desire on the part of Black people, since we have not made it here, to go and do something for ourselves? We as Black people have to provide a future for our people, for the government, and white people are not providing a future for us. So it is wrong for us to stay around laying at the foot of white people like the Bible's Lazarus, begging for crumbs that fall from their table when we can go and make a table of our own.
All right.
Minister Farrakhan, when you suggest, I'll just take a minute here.
Now, early Farrakhan was a whole lot better than what we got now.
That's true. You're right. He is getting older though.
Speak to an attitude that I didn't present.
Well, I can't listen to Farrakhan. I got to get up early in the morning, bro.
All right.
Asking you to
Let me,
consider the consequence
I'm trying to.
of an isolated island of Africa.
We can possibly, look that up and, find it later to the point that we could just zero in directly, because I can watch that tonight and
Here's the state of it.
I'll be able to show you the exact place.
Yeah, I was trying to look for it, but it's pretty long.
Yeah, and then he has two
Well,
videos.
I remember what he was talking about. That do you have Caucasian people in the nation? He was like, basically, was like saying yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I do remember that. But that was before my time, because I was outie. I was outie. I don't know nothing about it, because I was outie. Actually, I would have been out a long time ago, but it was my relative. Things will get better. Things take time and all this kind of good stuff, whatever. And I tried to hang, but around 1987, I was in and out until 1990, and I was totally done by 1990. I was out of there. Because it wasn't going nowhere. Brother Ben was talking about he bought a house for somebody. I said, yeah, a house not for a Muslim. He bought a house for somebody else so they can praise him. I was doing so bad, and Farrakhan bought me a house. Let me tell you something. When I was 18 years old, what was my house? I was in the temple, and I slept on top of pickle barrels. Slept on top of pickle barrels. They wouldn't even give me a room because I couldn't pay the rent. And I slept on pickle barrels in the temple down in the basement, driving an ice cream truck for the temple. But Farrakhan can buy a house for somebody, and you got your own brother sleeping on a damn pickle barrel down in the basement. Nobody want to hear that crap. And to this day, I've never benefited from the Nation of Islam, nor has my community. So I don't know what he's talking about, all the good things he's supposed to have done. Hell, I can guarantee you the majority of the members work for the cracker. I can guarantee you that. And I can guarantee you some of those members are getting those EBT cards and things of that nature. Giving what little that you got to this dude. Are you crazy? That's one thing they didn't get me on. I didn't give my money like that. I will sell bean pies and final calls. I might give $5 or $10 for charity. You ain't getting my money like that. That's one thing I would not do. I'll do the work, sell the final call, sell the pies and whatever else, but I ain't giving you my money. Do you know I was washing dishes? Do you know how hard it was for me to get my money? I'm gonna give it to you, Negro, so you don't have to do nothing. And I'm busting suds. You got me messed up, dude. I don't roll like that.
But I want to show you something else, and I want you to check this out. There's this black woman. She has a hatred of her black race.
My first guess is about this that you've ever heard before in your life. Listen to this.
I don't like Oscar because it looks dirty to me. I do not like the big nose. I do not like the big lips. When I look at a black person with a big nose, they look like monkeys.
Wow.
Welcome, Shelly, to the show.
I mean, like, who cares? Your race embarrassed by you? Who gives a damn? Who cares? You're a nigga slave. Who cares?
Basically, society categorizes.
I mean, we expect a whole lot out of slaves. I don't get it. Who cares?
I don't want to be black.
So what, lady?
Being black has been a curse. Being born black has been a curse.
If we are the same shade, then that means you're calling yourself dirty.
No, I'm not dirty.
It's really a trip to me.
She's looking for attention.
I'm having a meltdown inside my head right now.
But she's on national TV and she's saying this garbage.
See, if I personally look at you, look at me, and don't think that we're that much darker or lighter than her, do you?
No.
But
Low self-esteem.
you and I look like.
And she's a beautiful woman. She's pretty.
I'm stupid. I'm ignorant.
Yeah, on the outside.
You expect a whole lot of a slave. Ain't no shock to me.
But not in the inside.
I tell you right now, your opinion doesn't matter because you're black. What you should have did was
Wow.
bleach your skin, and you should have lost your weight and find your nappy hair.
Wow.
You don't come to national TV like that.
Wow. Did you hear that?
I mean, this type of mentality has been going on since the days on the plantation.
I've been saying.
The house Negro versus field Negro. Malcolm X spoke about, these type of Negroes.
But this is the justifications why they with white people. This is the justification.
It's dirty to me. It's not like a pretty color. Wow.
She don't want to just change her race. She doesn't want to look like you.
Well, brothers, I got to get out of here. I got
All right.
I appreciate it.
Catch y'all on the flip flop.
Oh, definitely.
I will be putting this on my Black Power Information Center channel.
But I just want to say, any last thoughts before you go, brother? Because seeing that tells me that interracial relationships is not authentic, because you have women that says this, you have black men that's talking this this hatred. How is it? How I'm just trying to figure out, when they say love is love, how is this love?
Mm-hmm.
When you got black people that can't even love themselves. She just said she hates being black.
Right.
There's a cartoon called The Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all familiar with that cartoon when the Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah.
He said that he has a reverse vertigo. I'm sorry. Like, how do you explain this? I don't know. It's just, it's so surreal to me.
Mm.
And black people, we have done so much. And I'm talking as far as a race. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say y'all, but as a race of people, our people have done so much for civilization. And you got black people talking like this. I understand that it's that slave talk with the girl. She is slave. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of slaves among us. But
Mm-hmm.
we gotta be careful too, because these are the same people will kill us quicker than the white man and the white woman. I'm afraid these are the same people that if you say anything until they oppress us, they will kill us. Ain't nothing has changed. That's the point I'm trying to make. Nothing has changed as far as black people killing their own for white folks. I mean, we talking about spiritually, physically, mentally. Black people are the number one robots for white folks. Even Malcolm X said that. He said white people, black people are robots to white folks. He even told black people they are slaves to white folks. So how I'm just want to know, this is where I say interracial relationship is not real, it's not authentic. I have proven the fact that it's not real because black people can't even love themselves. And that's my point. That's what the point what I'm trying to make. So any last words? I know you got to go, brother, but I just want to, you got any last words?
No, really, I don't have anything.
Okay.
Yeah, we can continue discussion for a little while.
Yeah, me and Craig, we're gonna still chop it up.
And,
all right.
We'll definitely,
brother, I'll catch you on the flip flop.
Definitely. I'm glad you joined in, brother. I mean, we appreciate your thoughts.
Yeah, because I have to deal with brother Maurice Muhammad tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Oh, seriously? What time?
At noon. What is it like? It's like showdown at the OK Corral.
Oh, wow, I'm definitely gonna tune into that. It'll be on the Black Power Info.
No, it's gonna be on the Realities Temple Internet Ministry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah, I got.
So is this gonna be a debate? I mean, what is
this? We're just gonna be discussing the current situation, with young Pharaoh and Seti, and
okay, yeah, that's gonna be real interesting.
There's been, folks been threatening young Pharaoh's baby and stuff like that.
This is the shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
white people are still ruling, and black people fighting over some dumb shit.
Right, absolutely.
George Zimmerman is still alive, and ain't no none of these black people talking about they're gonna kill that dude for killing an innocent brother.
Right.
Please, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
All them dudes are fucking cowards to me. I have no respect for them. They could Seti and all these guys, Sarnetta. I've seen how Sarnetta talked against Polite. Did you see that video? Oh my God. This man called them all, Sarnetta called Polite all types of names. Talking about you a bitch nigga and all this other stuff. I'm like, wow, you're a fucking coon.
Yeah.
Because there was he wanted Polite to help put some money up to own some property in Harlem.
Yeah.
So Polite was saying, look, I don't mind doing that, but we got to make sure if we're going to do that, we're going to make sure that the business is lucrative so we can stay in business. We don't want to be a typical fail in business. We got to make sure how much the rent costs because you got to rent out the place. And the place in Harlem is very high.
Of course.
$6,000 a month.
Dang.
Yeah, maybe more than that. I don't know. But I remember the last time I checked, it was $6,000 a month.
Wow.
So Polite was asking some questions, and this guy, Sarnetta, he don't see the thing about Sarnetta, he don't know nothing about fucking business. He's not a businessman. One time your man's still selling CDs of other people's work on the street, like he's still in the fucking 90s. Your man, I don't know how much, I don't even know if he's making real money doing what he's doing. But then that's so, I would say so outdated. You still selling your DVDs with other people's work?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the motherfucker shit got sued.
I know that's right.
Because you're not selling my work unless I get a percentage of your sellings. Talking about, oh well, my family got to eat. Yeah, but the white man, what he does, he'll say, look, let me have your work. Whatever I make, you get a percentage. He's not doing that. He's not doing that. He's robbing people. That's not business. You know what I'm saying? So Sarnetta don't know nothing about business. He's not a businessman. He's a hustler. He's a street nigga.
Yeah, we definitely gonna chop it up about him. But I know my brother Tyleek has to get out of here, and I don't want to hold him too long.
But yeah, but I just want to let Tyleek know about Talik know about that, about Sarnetta.
Right.
Sarnetta,
I tried to talk to him one time.
not what you think. He talked that constant shit, but he's still a hustler on the low.
Right. You can see that.
Of course. He ain't fooling me.
Yeah.
The way he came on Craig's show, when was that, Craig? I forgot what year was that. He came on some gangster shit.
Yeah, a couple years back.
And I said, yo, nigga, I would check you myself because I know he.
Yeah.
He ain't no street dude. He think he's from the street. He haven't put it. Wait, look, at least polite say he shot us some. At least he shot somebody when he was down with the Crips.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to, promote violence when it comes on our people, but I'm just saying.
Well, I tried to talk to him one time. He basically blew me off. I'm like, that's cool. It's cool.
He couldn't help. Tyler, he couldn't help coming to our show. Remember Craig?
But he came on all gangster talking about who he would slap, I guess, whoever it was, talking about, the incident. But, later on that night, he gave me a phone call and, me and him, man, we sat there and chopped it up and, we made peace between us. We made peace. I can say that. But, at the end of the day, like my brother Guy was saying, I mean, he's a street dude with a street mentality. Right. And he's, brought like a lot of, I mean, I even still watch his show to this day because, there is some information and stuff like that. I mean, he brings us conscious entertainment.
But see, the thing is with Sarnetta, and I want your brothers to understand this. There's nothing what he's doing that has nothing to do with scholarship. You can't compare him to Umar Johnson, because at least Umar Johnson went to school. Sarnetta never went to school. What school where he went to besides high school? What doctor degree? What scholarship? He's a fucking conscious Don King. He's a promoter. That's all he is. That's the only thing I'm going to give thanks to when it comes down to Sarnetta. He did put these guys on the map.
Right.
That's all he done. He has not put in work as far as any educational. Even when you look at his videos, where he do Google Hangouts and shit like that.
Yeah.
He's not showing you research like my brother Shaka Amos, Umar Johnson, these guys. Even at least said he's doing it. Show me one video that this motherfucker had done scholarly, put in research of the shit that he's a talker. That's what he does. He's a promoter and he talks shit. That's what he does. And let me tell you this, I have no respect for that other piece of shit. I know you gotta go, Charlie, but that other piece of shit, what's his name? The black supremacist? Who's that, Craig? What's that bitch ass
King Noble?
Faggot. King Noble. He's another piece of shit. He gonna get punked. He talked a lot of shit about Sarnetta. When Sarnetta got that camera in his face in Georgia, when they had that event, he was like a bitch. I don't have no problem with you. I just feel like, I said, what the hell? What happened to all that talking shit, calling Sarnetta a bitch, a conscious bitch, and all that other shit? All that shit went out the window, Tali. If you don't take my word for it, you can look it up yourself. Just put in Sarnetta confronted King Noble, and you'll see how much a bitch. I don't even look at King Noble because if you're a fucking man, you would tell him, look, man, what you're doing is wrong. That's the reason why I called you out. And I'm glad we meet face to face. Because ain't no man gonna punk me. And I've been talking shit. That's what I'm saying. You got a lot of internet hoes. You know what I'm saying, out here. If you're gonna talk shit on the internet, you make sure you back it up when you meet that person face to face.
That's what I said, brother. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and respect you and all that kind of good stuff.
All right, my brother. Take care.
Put this on the Black Power Information Center.
My channel. Man.
Yes, sir.
Take care, man.
All right.
Good night.
Woo. I'm still here. That's a fiery discussion, man. I'm loving this. I can't wait.
I'm loving it too, brother. This is deep.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch this.
This has to be said. This has to be said because, we've been bamboozled for so long, and we can't let the European. I've been watching this show Flash. The comic book Flash, DC comic Flash. and they show a lot of interracial relationships. And I say this is not right. You have a black man, he has a black son, and his black daughter. She's getting with the guy who's Barry, who played Flash, who speeds around, called him the speedster, and she's falling in love with him because they grew up together. They grew up as kids. They grew up like brothers and sisters, even though they have a different race. But you see how the media are trying to have them, oh, she fell in love with him when he was young. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I hate this. A black girl would never have done that. She was always going to get with somebody that's going to remind her of her father, because her father had took care of her. That's just how it is. So I just don't like to see shows like that when I see the black girl, especially when it comes down to black women, how now they try to make it doesn't matter if the father's in their life or not, she's still gonna get with herself a white man. You know, I know this one girl, I'm not gonna mention her name, but she's on my Facebook page. She was dating this white guy for 6 years. She even had a baby by this motherfucker. Not once this motherfucker still lived with his mama. She told me herself that his side of the family don't even like her, saying a lot of racist shit to her. So you know what I asked this girl? I said, yo, you put up with that for 6 years? You put up with that for 6 long years? Now she all of a sudden she went back to the brothers now. She's in another relationship. It's a black. So she has 3 kids by 3 different dudes.
Wow.
2 of them black, one now with this white dude. I don't know if she's gonna have a baby by this new brother. But she been putting up with this motherfucker for 6 years, Craig. Had a baby by him. And guess what? He never didn't want to marry her. Never didn't want to marry her. And the reason why she left him, because he didn't want to move forward with her. He enjoyed the plantation sex. He enjoyed that black, because he has a kid. Before he met her, he has another kid, and that kid is biracial. So he had another kid by a black woman before her. So you have a lot of these, like Kim Kardashian motherfuckers, that have just black fetish. I call it black fetish. Why would black people want to be with somebody who has a black fetish? It's just sickening, man. It's just nasty.
It's that plantation mindset.
It's a plantation mentality. And you would think black people by now would get it by now. It's sad.
That's right. But like my brother Tyleek said, I mean, we are expecting a lot out of a slave. Because
but we live in 2018, Craig. There's so much information out there. You got a lot of Umar Johnsons out there. You got a lot of SETIs out there that's putting out all this material, all this research. We got the internet. When all you gotta do is just press of a button, you get information. So how much slave are we going backwards or are we going forwards?
It seems we're going backwards.
And then you got this Frankenstein Farrakhan. He's saying that at one point we had straight hair. Did you see that video?
No, I heard about it. I heard something about it, and that kinky hair was a curse. Is that what you're referring to?
There was a curse. He said that.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard about that. I never saw those words come directly out of his mouth, but I've heard people, comment on it before.
Let me see if I can pull that shit
up. If it is that's fucked up. But like my brother Tyleek said, I mean, the Nation of Islam is dead. Now it's the Nation of Farrakhan.
Exactly.
They're not, just like the pictures and stuff you posted. I mean, they're not, staying, true to the teachings. The teachings of the, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Like they're on some, new stuff now. Like my brother said, basically they, brought the Nation of Islam back, just as, to get money. Like you say, Sonetta. I mean, that's why he does what he does.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these so-called conscious people, and it's nothing wrong with, black economics, because the way I look at it, I mean, I would rather at least go give, money and support, black media, black entertainment than I would to go, give my dollar to, the white man or, these white Jews.
Mm-hmm.
So Shabazz was not permitted.
You're right.
Like the hair on your head to be as straight as the hair on
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna play this right now. It's only 4 minutes.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
So Shabazz was not permitted to stay in that area. So he took his family into the jungle of East Asia, which we now call Africa, to make a people close to nature. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, this is the origin of kinky hair. Because we didn't have kinky hair prior to that. The hair on our head was like the hair on our eyebrows. The hair on your eyebrows straight, the hair on your head is not the same as the hair on your eyebrow. But the hair of every other people is the same as their eyebrow. Your eyebrows straight, your hair something different. Wouldn't you like the hair on your head to be as straight as the hair on your eyebrow?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair?
Wow.
That's why you so busy frying it.
Wow. You heard Farrakhan? This is Farrakhan now.
That's why you so
Yes, indeed.
You hear the self-hate?
Yeah, I mean, he's claiming that is a teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or whatever. But I mean, like you say, man, a lot of these Negroes get up here and babble. A lot of these Negroes, man, they get up here and babble. They're spreading a lot of misinformation.
We got to learn to be proud of kings. Because most of your family of other black people on the earth, jet black. They didn't have no broad nose and thick lips and kinky hair.
Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose?
Now you see what Malcolm's saying?
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Big difference.
Maybe that's why a lot of Negroes are out here, man, bleaching their
check
skin,
this out, brother.
getting nose jobs and stuff.
Is that you see how hateful this nigga is, Farrakhan? He was saying that we are cursed with big noses and thick lips and kinky hair. Malcolm saying that who taught you to hate yourself? He was saying the white man taught you to hate your kinky hair. He said this is something that God gave you. Farrakhan saying it's a curse. Unfucking believable. See?
As a different kind of black person. And we were rejected and despised, not only from the circle of the gods,
see?
We were despised and rejected by all the other dark people of the earth. This is why today black people with kinky hair and broad nose and thick lips are rejected in every society.
See? We're cursed, according to him.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose?
Go ahead, Malcolm.
The shape of your lips?
I want you to hear me. Well,
you see how hateful this nigga is?
Yes, indeed. Hey, but my good brother, I got something that can go further. If you can look it up right on YouTube right now.
Okay.
It's a very small clip. It's just type in skin bleaching addiction. It was created by.
Wait. Well, hold on. Listen to what he said first.
No, I'm talking about after this.
Yeah. But listen to what he says. Watch this.
Man, this is just babble right here, man.
No, let me listen very closely. What he said. He said we are cursed.
Oh man.
Why are we rejected? Why? See?
Because the essence of beauty is in obedience and submission.
Yeah, I don't follow behind this type.
So we're not beautiful.
Man, I look at him as a clown, to be honest. I don't take anything that he's saying serious right now.
Which is the disfigurement.
Wow.
But you cannot read anything that Elijah Muhammad has ever written that's pro-African.
That shit sound like a comedy show.
One word in his direct writing that's pro-African. You can find it.
He said,
you cannot read anything that Elijah Muhammad has ever written that's pro-African.
See? He said you can't read anything that was pro-African.
Yeah, I've seen that video before.
That's pro-African. You can find find it.
You can't find nothing that's pro-African from Elijah Muhammad.
So when you starting history, and you get away with it because you don't know history. In a speech made right here in New York, Farrakhan bought the story of the curse and said, and I've got it on tape, I got it in video, and I got it on audio. That people with dark skin and woolly hair, a certain kind of nose, was Christ.
See?
And that the texture of your hair and the texture of your eyebrows supposed to be the same. He's saying with his high yellow self that he is pretty and blessed by God. I'm talking about that good hair. I'm talking about that nappy hair.
Wow.
But you know what, brother? Like I'm saying, you should click on this video because like there's black people taking it farther than that. That they're really trying to turn themselves into Europeans.
I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for that one, man. That shit would probably piss me off.
Nah, man, brother, you should really look at it real quick because it goes right into, you know, the video that you just played. So
okay,
it's
what
like,
is it again?
It's called Skin Bleaching Addiction. It's a very small clip. Skin bleaching addiction. After that, like skin bleaching addiction. ADDICTION. And I'll show you which one. Okay, it's the second one. Terry Swoop videos. Just watch a little bit of this, brother, because our people need to see this.
Boy, self-hate is strong, boy. Wow. Unbelievable. Sammy Sosa before skin. Wow. Yeah, he was a brother. He even straightened his hair too. Wow.
The self-hatred is real. The self-hatred is real.
Wow, look at him.
You can't tell me that's not a brother.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope he don't look fucked up. Oh no. Don't tell me he bleached his skin too. Oh shit. Wow. Damn, how you go from? They gotta show Michael Jackson. How you go from?
The self-hatred is real, brother. This self-hatred is real.
That's wow. She looked like a white girl. Wow. She was ugly when she was. Oh wow. Damn. Damn. Kind of, you gotta be kidding me. Nicki Minaj. Wow. Before, she's cute. Oh, that's a big difference. Oh shit. So sad. Yeah, look at that though. They don't show you that. They don't show the ugly part of it. Woo. That is deep.
So I'm just saying that this plays into like the mentality, the things that you see, like, you know, with black people, like just so bad wanting to, you know, marry and date, you know, whites. It's like, man, we have this deeply embedded, you know, self-hatred to where we don't even want to be, you know, what we are born, the skin that we are born in. You know, that was the only reason why I wanted to show that,
No, because
because
all this what you're saying goes into what we were discussing about interracial relationships not authentic, because there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of self-hate among black people, but they don't even want to produce children that looks like them. You see what I'm saying? So they rather get with somebody, the same oppressor that been oppressing them for so long, who never took care of them. Look at Kim Kardashian. She has a fetish of black people. Like, she willing to, like, this bitch is dumb as hell. But look how many black people ran through that. Like Reggie Bush. What's his name?
Ray J.
Ray J. And now you got fucking, what's his name? He gonna he gonna go slide his cock in that and produce children. That's, I mean, you can't get no, like, why would you want to produce children over a whore like that? And don't have no, and then you would think Kim Kardashian would be respected? You think, don't give a fuck if that's his wife? He made that his wife. She's a whore.
She's a whore. You right about that.
She's a fucking whore. But he had children by that.
Wow. And especially a powerful man in his position.
Exactly.
It got him a decent sister.
He was conscious at one time.
Yeah, but he chose to go after a whore that slept with everybody in the entire industry.
That is nasty. That is so nasty.
And made babies.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Didn't even care. And I said, wow, like, this guy don't even give a shit. He came off conscious. He came off like talking about, you know, he came off on some conscious shit. Now all of a sudden he
one of the biggest coons in the industry now.
Once that money, that conscious shit don't, I guess the conscious word don't make money. You know, you have to please white folks. You know, when you get that white money, that conscious shit is out the window.
That's right.
So, you know, I like I said, interracial relationship is not authentic. I don't see it. It never did. Let me pull you something else too. And I know this is gonna be funny, but I have to really replay this shit.
These things must be shown.
It has to be shown.
This discussion has to. I don't care how much hatred we get from these coons and stuff out there. I'm ready for it. Like, if somebody chooses to rebut this video, hey, I'll come out and we can go back and forth, because this is something I'm not gonna run from.
Exactly.
This debate right here.
I gotta show you this shit. And I know I did a video on this clown, but I just want to show this video real quick, because if I can find, I want to see. I don't want this video. I want to see him fucking with the white girl. This white bitch right here. Let me see. Let me show this right here. Let me hold on. Big brother. Let's show this video. Okay, here we go. Now I want you to take a look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at the now she's from Texas.
Okay.
Look, she is not attractive.
It's not showing it. Are you
Oh, it's not sure.
screenshot?
Hold on. Oh, you know what? That's right. I didn't share it.
That is a very funny
Oh
story.
wow. Miss Piggy.
Look how she
And Kermit
talk.
the Frog. Kermit the Frog
Oh,
and Miss Piggy.
You look like Miss Piggy. She's
Yeah.
she's
And
like
he
she
look
sound like she's been talking. Well, hold on, I gotta rewind this shit.
He
She
look
sound
damn near like Kermit the Frog, bro. To be
yo,
honest.
but no, she look like fucking Miss Piggy.
No, I said he looks like Kermit the
Oh
Frog.
yeah, he look that's Kermit. That's a black Kermit the Frog with Miss Piggy right there. That's what that's. But watch this.
That is a very funny story.
I got a very story. I need a biscuit.
Business where you randomly
He slept with that. He took the bottom off the barrel.
That's all he could get.
But she's from Texas. She's a hillbilly.
The second time,
She got a fetish for black men.
No, because white men don't want her.
Yeah, white, yes.
The white man don't want that. That's not his idea of a woman. Remember, their thing of beauty is slim, blonde, attractive, but big boobs. She's the total opposite.
Right.
And Nick, but he's happy because she's white.
It's that Muppet complex.
Yeah, but he's happy because she's white. And he thinking he's successful. Look at how he's all up on her.
And we're right by the lake anyway, so of course the weather pattern is.
But he's
he think he really has a prize too. Big trifling trailer trash female man probably done slept with thousands of different men.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, look like Donald Trump, yo. She look like Donald Trump.
I'd say the
Look how she talk.
Like people
Fucking retard.
social with each other.
Yo, Greg, I know you laughing.
Fat white trailer park trash. That's
But
the
look,
only thing to say.
she's fat and she's slow. You could tell she having her education IQ got to be really. But this is the shit that I'm talking about. You can't get no. He took the bottom of the barrel. She's not even okay, Craig. Listen, I can see that she was a attractive white girl, but she's not even attractive. He took. See now see, she only went him because look at that. Wow, this guy is.
I personally remember the fact that
she is so ugly and she's overweight.
It's just funny how he thinks he really has something, man.
And this guy got jokes. He was trying to tell, he was trying to put me on blast.
Right.
When he said, let's go back to his fucking video. When he was trying to put me on blast about interracial relationships.
Yeah. When he had, that Crocodile Dundee hat.
Yeah, these motherfuckers look like Jeepers Creepers.
Like Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Look at this clown. Oh shit. I gotta know what that you. He trying to rebuttal. Yo, first of all, when he did that video on me, it was 3 years later when I did my video about interracial relationships. And when I did, I'm gonna be honest,
probably if you click on his channel, you should be able to find it a little bit easier.
Let me click on his shit. And yeah, man. Ooh. Turn that shit off. Let me see. Let me see what he says. It says right here.
Yeah, just go to his
Yeah,
videos
right
up at the
here.
top.
Here we go. This is when he rebutted.
Maybe that's why you see is actually creating these videos to demonstrate that interracial relationships can easily be coped with as long as you actually work it out together with spices.
Why is he wearing that hat inside of his house? It look like he got on the trench coat, like he about to go wrestle down the alligator outside or something, man.
She's really showing that, look, if you want any advice, I'll give it to you. That's all that matters.
I mean, sleeping with them cave bitches, bro. He probably got lice, to be honest. Probably got all type of lice crawling around in his house.
Yo, I want to slap that fucking doofy hat off his head, man.
It's just, why is he wearing it inside? Like, this looks so weird.
He said everything I said was credible, credible sayings, right? That's what he said. He said everything I said was credible. So that's for the wrong reasons. I just proved that. He said we're involved. You believe that, Craig?
What did he say? I can't really hear him.
Okay, let me see if I can.
It's kind of
I know
low.
he talked really. His mic, you know what? His mic is fucked up. That's why. He has a fucked up mic, Craig. He said everything I said was credible. He contradicted himself. Everything said was credible. But then he said that black people have involved. He said people have involved. I want you to hear him closely. Let me see. For the better. Each generation progresses.
Black people have devolved, if this is what we've evolved to.
Increments of drastic changes. It's a social construct.
I mean, but he act like he has a prize. How has he evolved?
Exactly.
The best he can get was the white man's trash.
Yes. The rejects. Yeah. She was a reject, and he thought that's. Wait a minute. He said that
progress.
No, he said that's evolving. You evolving by sleeping with that? Oh my God! I'm thinking that she was going to be at least a Kim Kardashian, at least have some look to her. My God!
Yeah.
He went the bottom of the barrel. Oh my God! I just had to throw that in there because I'm just trying to. Where did black people involved? He didn't show that in his video of that. He did not show that in his video when he was with that white Miss Piggy. I don't know what the hell she is, but that's not involving. He said people have involved into what, to sleeping with people like that.
I mean, he's kind of weird. Like when you listen to him talk, he sounds pretty weird.
But the thing is that he's trying to get into something that, remember, he's young, so he's trying to get into something that he don't know nothing about. He's in because he thinks he's the new generation. He thinks things have changed. Things have not changed. So I'm thinking, where did he change that? Because his girlfriend is a reject.
Right.
Unbelievable. I'm just trying to find out where is.
And she has no type of sex appeal whatsoever.
That is nasty. I don't know what the fuck was that. What he trying to satisfaction he get out of that?
Like you say, he could have got a Kim Kardashian. I mean, I could see if he had a Kim Kardashian or something like what RG3 had, something that's, appealing to the eye somewhat. But man, you come back with Miss Piggy.
And look how she talks. She talks like a hillbilly. I met him. We was at the library and I was eating a donut. I was like, what? Oh my God. And this is what he said. But what kills me is that black people, how many other black people think like that? They call that evolving.
That's sad.
Brother, if that's evolving, we we have a long way to go, brother.
Obviously, you could tell he was never taught anything. More
No.
than likely, his parents never taught him anything.
Mm-mm.
Not about who he was as a person.
Mm-mm.
No.
Let me tell you something. If his father's in his life, I would have whipped his ass.
That's right.
I would have whipped. Let me tell you, boy. That's what black men need to start doing, and black mothers. They need to start whipping their kids' ass when they get involved with things like that. Black parents need to start whipping ass.
True.
My mother, she told me straight up. She said, "Yo, don't bring no white woman." And she told me about the Emmett Tills and the George Steinies and all this other stuff. She told me about those, and I done my research and I seen how the white women have done to black men.
Yeah, there's
got a lot of black brothers.
There's black men still being shot and killed. There's all type of news articles. One day I'm gonna do a show about it.
Oh, please do.
Yes. Oh, there's some. Oh man, I have like almost a whole. Matter of fact, I could actually, if I could, I can show you a little quick news story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something recent. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Basically, let me pull this up real quick, and then once I do that, I'll just tell you exactly what to look up, just to show you, man, that things are, white people aren't as accepting of that as people may try to make you believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at this channel real quick, and then I can tell you exactly, but where this is at. I mean, exactly what video to look up. Just a second. Okay, race mix. Okay, here we go. Just type in this password. Second. Yeah, sad. Okay, here we go. Let me tell you exactly what to look up real quick, as soon as I can get to this channel. Oh, I have a lot of different videos about what happens to race mixes. Like, I mean, hold up, let me remember where the video is. Let's see. Okay, let's find it. I want it. Okay, you ever heard of Erica Crippen?
No, never heard of him.
Okay. Okay, you could type this in: Erica Crippen strangled to death and her body disposed.
That's on YouTube?
Yeah, this is on YouTube. It's not, it's just a quick news story, just reporting the news. Erica Crippen strangled to death and her body disposed of by husband.
I spell Crippen?
No, okay. Erica Crippen, Crippen.
Crippen.
Just put Erica Crippen strangled to death. Just type that in, and you should come to this channel. It should be a video on this channel called Anti-Race Mixing. Do you see it? I could possibly just post the link right up in our, I could post a link and you could copy it.
So what is it? Is it the Erica Crippen Cosby? I don't know. Looking for.
Nah, here we go.
Relationship? No.
I'm posting the link in the on the side in the Google. I wonder, you might be able to just copy that, or you might be able to but it might take you out if you click on it. I don't know. Okay, let me tell you exactly what it's called. Just type in everything in.
No, I clicked on it. I clicked on it.
Okay, it's not taking you out the hang.
To 31 years
Let me. Okay, let me share this shit. Let me share this shit. This is interesting. You see it?
Let me see. Yep.
All right, let's play it. You see it like this?
Yeah, I can see it good. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me.
for murdering his wife. 29-year-old Kyle Crosby pleaded guilty to strangling Erica Crippen on New Year's Eve
Wow.
this year and dumping her body in Maryland. Her remains were not found for 2.5 months. Prosecutors also accused Crosby's mother, Jo, of tampering with evidence and hindering her son's apprehension.
This is love is love. This is love is love.
Yeah, not everything is.
She met him on Craigslist.
Yeah,
This is the same person.
Oh no, this is a different one.
Oh wow!
There's a whole bunch of videos on this channel.
Prosecutors say she was stabbed dozens of times in the back and left to die on her bathroom floor. Prosecutors say they aren't sure why David Spar killed 21-year-old Sierra Poole, but they say it was cold and calculated. The two met on Craigslist. Channel 4's Vicky Pierre has been sitting in the trial all day. She's joining us now live. And Vicky, what are defense attorneys saying about what happened that day last summer?
Well, defense attorneys are not denying that Spar did kill this woman. However, they don't believe it was premeditated. Therefore, they don't believe he deserves the death penalty.
What?
Well, as you can imagine, prosecutors see things completely differently. The argument against David
This
Spar
is interracial relationship.
and simple.
Right.
Teardrop.
89. Over 89.
This is love is love, right?
Prosecutors described what they call the ruthless and violent killing of 21-year-old Tiara Poole. They say the Navy wife and mother of 2 boys posted an ad on Craigslist seeking friendship, and they say Poole's husband was out at sea and they were having problems in their marriage. Attorneys say Spar, who was living in Georgia, responded. And the two texted each other for about a week until they finally met in Jacksonville. Spar told Poole he was visiting his grandmother who had to go to St. Vincent's Hospital. And they say the two met at the hospital, but eventually went back to Poole's place.
He looked down and he saw the body of Tiara Poole
Unbelievable.
laying there.
Love is love, right?
Spar and Poole were intimate, and when Spar found out she was married, he blacked out and then found her dead, not realizing what he did. Prosecutors argue Spar never blacked out, that he not only killed her with her own kitchen knife, but sold some of her things before leaving and heading back to the hospital. Police say it would be 4 days until a concerned friend, Michelle Edwards, came to check on Poole and found her dead in her bedroom.
And then when I opened it, I noticed that her hand was there. And then I turned around and ran out the door.
This is what they want, right? Okay. Love is love.
Gary and Tom.
We're being told they were staying with in-laws at the time of her death. And today, Poole's husband testified. He says he was deployed when she was murdered.
Let me see if there's another one coming up. This is interesting.
Minimize this a little bit because it's like you can see on the side. I'll show you. Darian Towns is another one to look up, but it's actually on this. Okay, Tia Marie Spearman killed by a white boyfriend. Cancel that.
Okay.
See on the side where it says Tia.
Oh yeah.
You got bride to be Darian Towns, and you got Jones at pool party. Both of them, all 3 of them.
Ooh, look, this is the wow. It's a lot of them.
Inside her home in North St. Louis County. Her 2 children also inside the home at the time.
Wow.
And our husband
love is love, right?
Custody. The location is Apache Court in Florissant. News 4's Brian Feldman reports from the scene.
It just happened. Just 1, 2, 3.
Oriel Fowler woke up this morning to a sight she never imagined. Her neighbor dead. The woman's husband may be responsible. The couple only lived there a few months, but some residents say they argued a lot, with clothing and other debris covering the lawn just yesterday.
We've heard them before in the past. You know, they've had their ups and downs, but never would think that it would, amount to a tragic like this, especially around the holiday time. It's horrible.
Police are not saying how the woman died. They are saying the couple's 2 small children were inside the home when the incident occurred, but they are safe.
That's a horrible thing. Anytime anybody decides that this is the best alternative, instead of trying to talk things out, but it's something that unfortunately it's a reality, and we have to deal with it, and we'll do it as professionally as we can, and go on.
It's sad. Of course it's sad because it's right in, I mean, it's in the midst of our community. It's the week before Christmas, of course. The holidays near, you know, there's children around.
The
I mean,
media
it's
don't show this though.
we're neighbors. You just never know.
Ian Flores and Brian Feldman, News 4.
The media don't show the dark side of interracial relationships. They always glamorize it. They don't show what really happens.
News 5 has learned the woman who drowned in a backyard pool in Bartlett was just weeks away from her wedding. WMC Action News 5's Felicia Bowden spoke with the woman's mother, who's now planning a funeral instead of a wedding.
The last time Donnell Towns heard from her daughter Darian, she was on her way to a 4th of July party.
So she called me and said she had her work done on her car. She was finished, and she was going to buy fireworks, and she was going to a party. That was the last time I talked to my baby. The next time is when I got a phone call.
That call came from Darian's fiance, saying the 23-year-old was rushed to the hospital. According to Bartlett police, Towns drowned in a pool at this house on Burton Parish Cove around 2 a.m. on July 4th. People.
Yo, Craig, this is crazy.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Wow. And they don't show this.
Yeah, they don't show this type of stuff. The media always wants to show the glamorous side of interracial, you know, relationships and marriage, but they never show the dark side. Like I was saying earlier, it's very dangerous when you try to blend two cultures that are sworn enemies. Try to build a family. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Wow. I'm glad. See, this has to be shown. The media is showing something different.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many stories you would be surprised. You would be shocked. This one, oh, it was this beautiful sister. This video is on there as well. Oh, it was this. She was gorgeous. She was dating an older white man.
Oh wow.
And do you know he ended up cutting her body into pieces, like placing them in different areas?
Oh hell no.
Yeah, that video's on there as well. I can't recall her name as of right now. I'll give you her name in just a second. But yeah, man, I mean, she was a beautiful sister, and it was like her family members were talking about, like, why the hell was she dating this, older white man? What the hell was she doing with her being as young as she is?
Right.
But, what the hell was she doing dating this old white man? And, she paid the ultimate price in the end. But hey.
Unbelievable. It's scary.
Yeah, definitely, man. Oh, Tia Spearman is her name. Yep.
Tia Spearman? Is she on?
Tia. Yeah, actually, the video was actually on that same channel. It's called, let me see. Yeah, Tia Spearman killed by white boyfriend. Just type in Tia Marie Spearman. I could actually just post a link on the side if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
And make it easier on you.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful sister. I'm about to post it right now. Let me copy it. Okay, here we go. It's coming up in a second. Boom. Click on that last one. It's a bottom one. You see where the HTTP starts. Like some of them are bundled. You see that last one?
Woman's body.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let me share this shit.
Tia Marie Spearman. Is that the right one?
Yes, right.
Okay. Yeah. Let's share that. She was beautiful too.
Unbelievable.
Was found in Dallas after she was reported missing for 2 months. We told you that investigators have arrested Guy Wayne Lynch, Tia Spearman's boyfriend. Police believe he killed Spearman and dumped her body in a remote area of Ellis County, Texas. Today, her family speaks out. 7 News reporter Chelsea Floyd has more on the story.
I am deeply hurt. Yeah, he done that to her.
But love is love. Love is love.
Raised Tia since she was
beautiful too.
She said she was a bright kid, an Eisenhower High School.
Wow, look at that.
In just moved to Texas to start her adult
Look at
life.
her.
Girl, man.
Marie says now she believes that was her worst decision, letting Tia leave.
So she had this boyfriend that nobody knew nothing about. She was very secretive. She didn't even tell us about him. And next thing I knew it, she was gone.
Marie and her husband put out a missing persons report, but it wasn't much longer before they got the terrible news.
She's a product of a black family too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was living with her, supposed to be her boyfriend. He murdered her.
Now they are trying to push
Because they didn't
through the
teach her.
aftermath and focus on the good
They
news
fell.
for Tia.
They fell.
They felt his parents.
Fly. She loved animals.
They believe in love is love. Love is love. You can get with anybody. Love is love, right? Now they killed their daughter.
That's right.
Not the white man. They killed their daughter.
You know, your loved one, and try to get them not to hold any type of secrets. You know, let you know what's going on.
For now, Marie and her husband say they will cling to each other and keep Tia's memory alive.
Yeah.
She wouldn't want us to be sad, but
No, she wouldn't.
it's tough not to be after losing someone so close to you. So, but we know she's looking down on us.
Yes,
we'll be fine.
Reporting in Lawton, Chelsea Floyd, 7 News.
Yep.
Family members will hold a memorial.
Just goes
unbelievable. This is what they wanted. Love is love. I thought love is love. How is interracial relations authentic?
They aren't. You know, they definitely aren't, bro.
See, this is stuff that the media won't show. And this is something, and it's sad that we have to show this. How is it working? If interracial, remember Freddy Krueger said that we was evolving, right? That's what he said.
Right.
Don't show that we're evolving to me. It's obvious homeboy didn't do his homework.
That's right.
So
sad.
So this just shows you I rest my case. And the evidence show that interracial relationships is not authentic. Is not genuine. Has nothing to do with love.
It's just sad that there's still coons who will come up here, and despite everything that we said, all the images, all the videos, and everything that we showed, that would still come up here and defend white people. It's the plantation slavery syndrome.
Exactly.
Willie Lynch, house Negro syndrome.
And you can't be pro-black and then you talking about you will get with somebody from another race and still be pro-black. You can't do that.
And people are complete.
Like the Bible says, those Christians believe that you can't serve two masters. The same logic. So, I don't want to hear a pro-black person say, "Oh, well, I could still be black and I could still." No, you can't. But again, going back to what we were saying, Craig, all these information that we put together, it backs up of what I'm saying. No one can refute that. It doesn't matter. So what if you show a couple, an interracial couple that get along? The question is remaining. Why that black person is with that white woman or that white man, and vice versa? That's the question. We look at RG3 and his situation. Look at Albert Hainsworth and his situation. I'm just saying. So it doesn't matter. They could say whatever they want. But again, they always go back to why. How are you going to diss all these sisters just to get with somebody from another race? You know what I'm saying? And you're going to diss all these brothers just to get with someone. We saw that in Montel when how the woman, she had a baby by a racist. She knew that white boy was a racist. She didn't care. You can't, didn't Hillary, racist Hillary, say you can't change hearts? She said this.
That's right.
He said you can't change hearts. You got to change the system. Now, Malcolm said that way before then, way before Hillary. He said that we got to change the system. Now, here's a white woman, a racist white woman, who she said Robert Berg was her mentor. Robert Berg was a KKK member. He was a Grand Wizard, I think he was. Yeah. She said she was she said that was her mentor. Wow. And she's telling black people, you're not going to change. In other words, you're not going to change my heart, even if you vote for me president. Wow. I'm glad I got your votes. I'm glad you stupid niggas your Negroes got your votes. But I'm not going to do nothing for y'all because you're not going to change me. That's what she was saying. She was basically telling black people that she was a racist and you're not going to change me. Doesn't matter how much praise you give me. It doesn't matter how much you vote for me.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't get it. So we have proven, Craig, the evidence that we have shown that interracial relations do not solve. Number one, it doesn't solve the race problem, number one. We didn't even get to the part how most of the mulatto kids are fucked up. We didn't even get to that part.
Yes, sir.
So we could talk about that some other time. We can have a whole different topic on that. But right now, we're just talking about the interracial thing, how it's not working.
It's not the answer to the race problem, as you said.
Never the answer. We have to get back of loving ourselves. We have to get back. We have to get back that black love. We talk about getting black-owned businesses, and we talk about getting black-owned this and black-owned that. But we got to love each other. The black man got to reunite with her. The black woman got to reunite with her black man and vice versa. And we got to keep it African. I don't give a fuck if you got to get with a sister from the Caribbeans or straight from Africa. At least she's black. We got to unite. We talking about, didn't the brother, what's his name, Bob Marley said one love? That's what he's talking about, one love. We gotta love each other. You know? Because jumping to the other side.
What do you feel about him, even knowing that he's a mulatto?
I don't know, man. I just that's a good question. I haven't really. He's not one of me. I'll tell you that. I mean, he make great music. I just like his music.
Okay.
I just like his music. I mean, knowing that he's a mulatto, I can't really fuck with him like that. And his mother's a sellout too. So it wasn't like she got raped.
Right.
You know, she got into the whole interracial idea because I guess she wanted to, you know, get away from her circumstance. A lot of black people get into these jump ship because they want to get out of their circumstances. You know, I was looking at 12 Years a Slave, how the guy who was the star, he visited the one of the plantations. He saw the sister and she's, you know, drinking tea or whatever, and at the and she was like, well, as long as she told him straight up, she was like, well, as long as I be his girl toy or satisfy his needs, I can, you know, I don't have to work the fields. So I can imagine what nasty shit that he's doing to her and the rocks that he's doing to her. So just for her to live a little bit, to be comfortable. I mean, black people don't lose their dignity. I said, damn, where's your dignity? In 2018, this still goes on. Just like I was telling you about the girl I know from Facebook. She had to put up with that shit for six years. She had a baby by this white dude. And she didn't get nothing out of it. And guess what, Craig? She was paying for everything. She said this man didn't pull out one dime. So you was paying for that white skin for 6 years and you had to put up with his racist family? You'd be surprised what black people would go through just to I don't know, man. It's just amazing. It's not worth it. But what do I know, right? I'm being hateful. I'm just a hateful son of a bitch.
Yeah,
but you got white people killing black women. You got white men killing black women. You got white women taking black men to the fucking bank.
And Coons will call us racist.
Yes.
Just because we believe in loving our own people. And all we want a wife or a complementary partner, whether that's wife or girlfriend, to look like us, share our same ethnic background, share our culture, and share our struggle. We want kids that look like us.
I remember Chris Rock brother.
Coons will call us racist.
Ain't that something?
Yes.
They would call us all types of names. I remember Chris Rock brother. He did stand up. He said, "Look," he said, "I can never date outside my race." He said, "My race, I have to get with a black girl because I can't talk about slavery with a white girl. She won't understand that." But at least black women, as black men, at least black women, it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter if she's from the Caribbean or in Africa, they know about colonization. They know about slavery. They know about oppression. They can relate to us. Only a black woman can understand a black man and vice versa. So that's why we have to get back to we have to be more compassionate. We have to be more compassionate. And I know sometimes we can get on each other's nerves. I get it. Sometimes it's true. We can get off. We can get on each other's nerves. But when it comes down to warfare, we have to join hands. When it comes down to making our lives better and having a more separation, I'm talking about real freedom. When we separate from our oppressors, then we can live a little better. We don't have to be stressed out under somebody else's rule and regulations. And we got to get out of that slave mentality where if I get with somebody white, I can be appreciative, or I can, because it didn't work out for OJ. It didn't work out for other black people that went there because they thought the grass was greener on the other side. It didn't work out for them. So we have to, we have to really, really, I should say, we have to start loving each other, loving ourselves, man. Because black people, some of our people, we still hold on to that hate of hating ourselves and hating our hair. We to the point we're willing to buy somebody else's hair to be appreciative.
That's right. But like you always say, we're gonna have to build this black nation up, and some of these Negro-peons we're just gonna have to leave behind.
I agree.
We're gonna have to leave them behind.
I agree.
The master teacher, Marcus Garvey taught that.
Mm-hmm.
That he wasn't trying to bring, all black people from America back to Africa.
Nope.
If you were going to be beneficial to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine bringing all these interracial, people who are involved in all these interracial relationships and stuff like that over to Africa on some land once we put together our black nation. Like, come on now.
And we got to be careful.
Those type of people I want to separate from.
Exactly. And and I think reparations should be regulated too, because I don't think all black people, especially black people who are married to white people, should not get reparations. I don't care if their answers, if there should be a something in place where you have to be in an all black family in order to get reparations. You cannot get reparations. Number one, you have to be, your ancestry has to be in America, because it's only going to focus in the United States. Okay? So, number one, you have to be a U.S. citizen, where it has to be generational. Not somebody that's coming from overseas and live. Even though black people all over the world should get reparations, number one. I think black people all over the world should get reparations. Also, too, if you're married to someone black, you should get it. Okay? Even if somebody's from a different country or whatever, as long as someone's black, doesn't matter, you should get it. And that's why I think it is. But if you marry outside your race, He should not get reparations.
I agree.
Because what happens if that black man dies? You know what I'm saying? That white woman gets everything. You know, so at some point, or have it where if that black man pass away, that's it. That family don't get anything. It got to be some sort of regulations with that. I don't think all black people should get it.
Definitely.
So because black people will abuse it, reparations, they will abuse it.
It'll go right back into the hands of the descendants.
Exactly.
Of the people who enslaved our people.
Mm-hmm. So,
yes.
But brother, you're right. But brother, I'm gonna end this because I'm gonna eat a little something. I'm gonna watch a movie. And I'm gonna go right to bed.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and end the live.
Yeah. So, any last thoughts? Any last words? I would love to hear your conclusion, your thoughts about this whole.
Well, I really appreciate this platform. To be able to come on and discuss relevant topics to the Black struggle. I appreciate you as a brother, for spreading the information, putting the word out, and, just keeping it real, staying true to your culture, staying true to your race. And we're going to, continue having more discussions and stuff like that. We're going to build this platform up. We're going to create a platform that, real African people, can come on and we can discuss issues and, we can try to, come up with some type of solutions. So we've already proven today that interracial relationships are not about love. It's a perversion. It's a sick, twisted perversion that stems from post-traumatic slavery disease.
Exactly.
Because as you've shown today, most of these Negroes who get with these people from the white race, they're filled with so much self-hatred. Just like we saw the video of brothers and sisters bleaching their beautiful black skin just because they hate the skin that they're in. You showed a video of a sister that basically had a child with a white supremacist. We saw the case files of the dark side of interracial relationship with the Zionist controlled media will not show. Because when you look on the movies, you see all of these interracial couples happily married, but they don't show, that there's a dark side to this as well, because even the white man himself doesn't respect race mixing. The white man is against race mixing. Yeah, our women were raped and, our men as well were raped during slavery. So, but I just want people that are involved in interracial relationships to understand that just because a white man or woman will take you into their bedroom and have sex with you does not mean that racism doesn't exist. The white man was raping, our people on the plantation. So was that love? That's the question I have. And we're going to end it on that note. Peace and Black power, African power. If you got any last words, you can close this discussion out.
Well, I just want to say that this discussion was really deep, and it done something for me because there's a lot of things I didn't know either. So I'm glad this definitely was a wake up call for me. So I'm just glad that this information was out, and we just got into depth of interracial relationships and how it's another war tactic against our people. That's what it is. It's just another way of separating us, divide and conquer. So, and as long as Black people hate themselves, it's always that, when Black people say, "Oh, I love myself," But if you with somebody who don't look like you, you can't really say you love them. I really don't think they understand what it means by loving themselves. I doubt very seriously. So I think that's the problem in that, within that race. So I'm just glad that we pretty much cleared the air, and now when people look at this, they can actually say we're gonna get a lot of heat, from the integrationists. I expect that, but I don't give a goddamn about them. They can burn, because at the end of the day, they're my enemy. They're my enemy. They're, like I said, they're a bunch of graham crackers out there and a bunch of white people in black faces. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. So brother, I'm glad you and Talik came on board, and I'm just happy that we did this topic. And if you got any other topics that we can do, we could definitely chop it up. And that's it for me. That's it.
So black power to all my people. Keep the struggle at the forefront.
Definitely. Peace, my brother. Peace.